Do more and stay active with O2 Dermalief, the ache and pain relief gel like no other. No smell, no tingling sensation, and no greasy feel. O2 Dermalief is a natural pain relief for everyday aches, pains, bumps, and bruises. Oxygen is the secret. It's the natural way to relieve and revitalize. Your joints, muscles, and skin need oxygen to thrive, and O2 Dermalief delivers a rich supply of molecular oxygen in a new, state-of-the-art formula. Every day we hear new stories of pain relief from satisfied customers. Shouldn't you try O2 Dermalief too? Score a $5 discount on your purchase of O2 Dermalief. Visit O2Dermalief.com and use promo code SOMO999. That's the letter O, the number 2, Dermalief.com, and enter SOMO999 to get your $5 discount.
Welcome, race fans. Tonight, SOMO, Southern Motorsports Racing League, is taken to Auto Club. Great racing going on here tonight. Looking for a full field. This is going to be a full field race again this week. So look for excitement. Look for probably a few cautions. I'm sure we're probably going to have a few. And look for a lot of close racing side by side. Great racing here tonight. 88-degree track temperature. This is going to be, it's a little slick out here tonight, and this is what these guys are looking for. So, all right, Scott will be along here in a minute. I think he's having some computer issues. He'll run down through the points for us. In the meantime, let's check it out here and watch these guys do a little practicing. And we're about 7.5 minutes away from qualifying, folks, so it gives you plenty of time. You get something to drink or your favorite beverage, a snack, and get ready for 145 laps here tonight at Auto Club. It's going to be exciting. All right, folks, they are in a driver's meeting here at the moment, so we'll give them that time there to get all the drivers' information and stuff out of the way here. So give them a couple of minutes, and they'll probably get back out here and practice for a couple more minutes before qualifying begins. So hang with us. Don't go anywhere. Hey everybody, Thomas, Kimmo, how's it going? Good to see you guys in chat. And yes, I know Thomas, yeah, that was pretty cool to see Thomas back in victory lane last week. So maybe he's back on a roll now. Got everything ironed out in his head and ready to focus on racing again. So I know being a newlywed, that kind of we all know how that is. So get his head all screwed on straight now, and he'll be ready to go back racing. Yes, sir. Disco music, baby. Disco. Well, let's see who's going to bring it to victory lane tonight with a full field out here, folks. This is going to be a long one for these guys. 145 laps. Who can survive this? Who can keep their car square on all four corners and all the way up to the end? Who's going to take the best choices in strategy, whether it be tires or fuel? Who's going to make that call? And are we going to see some close racing at the very end? Are we going to see it finish under green? A lot of questions you got to ask yourself right there, all in tonight's race here for 145 laps. So let's see if these guys can do it. We're just about 30 or 40 seconds away from stepping away and playing our national anthem. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after that with qualifying underway. Sorry to hear that, Ryan. Golly, man. It's always good to see you out there on the track. But, yeah, well, I was in some pain there earlier. I did take a pain pill. I don't like taking the doggone things, but hopefully that helps me out. All right, we'll be right back, folks.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we are back. Qualifying is underway, and I do believe Scott finally made it. He got his bell bottoms on, and he's ready.
Yeah, I got this pile of shit computer of mine to finally work. It told me that my display driver crashed the first couple times I tried to come into the room,
Oh,
and then it wasn't recognizing my wheel. That's why when you tried to talk to me, I couldn't respond to you. And then after that, it was just one thing after another. Every time I tried to open the Dan Lisa site, it would just do this page has malfunctioned or whatever it is, where it just goes blank.
oh man.
Yeah, so I shut the computer off a couple times and just let it sit for a couple minutes, and now it seems to be fine, but I don't know what's going on with this thing. I think it's about 3 years old, and I've run the hell out of it.
Yep, I think it's seen its better days, buddy. Time for a new one.
The solid state drive in it doesn't have much room left on it, and I think that's what's causing the problem.
Yep, that's exactly what it is, because that was the problem that was causing Ed on his computer. He had dual graphics cards in there, and it kept crashing. And he was thinking it was a graphics card, and here it was his SSD drive was slam full.
Yeah, that's what I think mine is.
Yep.
I'm just going to build a new computer later on in the year. I probably won't get to the end of the year like I want to, but I got a couple big trips coming up here. I got a trip next week, and it's going to cost me a couple G's, so it's going to have to wait a little while.
Don't, whatever you do, don't put a small SSD drive in it. I wouldn't put anything less.
I'm going to go 500.
Yeah, I wouldn't put anything less than a 500 in it. And they're cheap right now. They're cheap right now. You know, I mean.
Yeah, they're not what they were when I first built this thing.
No, they were $500-600, and now you can buy a 500 gigger for under $200. You know. So, well, anyhow,
anyway,
like Keith Haney going to take the top spot here. But quickly, you want to run down through the top 10? Can you?
Yeah, I got it here. I finally got everything pulled back up. Galen Gidman comes in tonight after 4 races. He is your points leader. He's got a 5-point lead over Fireball Joe Roberts, who sits there in second. Adam Baker's 11 points back, tied with Keith Haney for third. Ross Cato's 5th. Chris Samard 6th. David Howard 7th. Seth Hatchell is 8th in the points. Joe Mitchell 9th. And Joe Owen will round out the top 10. And Joe's 37 points back. So he's still relatively close. And just to touch on one guy that's outside of the top 10, last week's winner, Thomas Brander, he's back there in 13th place, 13th place, but he moved up 13 spots with that victory. Yeah. And he's only 48 points back. And as you know, Rudy, he's a multi-time champion on iRacing, and I look for him to be a contender as this season goes on.
Oh, definitely. Yep, I'd never count him out. His dad is in chat tonight. His dad's in chat.
How you doing, Mr. Brander? Glad you could tune in tonight. Hope you enjoy the race.
Hey, Calvin.
Another race at Auto Club. Hope it's better than the one we had last night's, Rudy, because last night sucked.
Yep. Steam King, how you doing? Michael, a lot of guys in chat there are usuals. Make sure you give us that thumbs up there, folks. Give us a like on the video, and if it's your first time here, please do subscribe. I'd like to have our subscribers. Qualifying comes to an end here. We got less than a minute.
And yes, in case anyone's wondering out there, I am a little salted. So,
a little what?
Let's have a good race. A little salty.
A little salty. Okay.
Yeah. Hasn't been the best of days.
I know. I tried to call you and got no answer. Like, wow.
Yeah, I wasn't here. My phone was here. I left it here on purpose. Tired of it beeping too. Shut all the sound off on it and left it here. Tired of my ex-girlfriend who can't get her head out of her ass, and it's just been that kind of day, man. I'm just from this morning all the way up until this computer, 15 minutes ago. It's just been one thing after another, man. It's just like, oh, you don't even know.
Well, it looks like Keith Haney's going to hold on to the pole. Brander coming in second. Awesome. That's going to wrap up qualifying. All right, moving on to the grid here. Let's get everybody accounted for. Starting on the pole, Keith Haney with a 39.318. Congratulations to Keith for grabbing the pole. Thomas Brander will start on the outside of the front row in second. Chris Grosso in third. Seth Hatchell starting fourth. Adam Baker fifth. Galen Gidman sixth. Ross Cato starting seventh. Joe Roberts eighth. Stephen Pearson ninth. And Randy McCanny rounds out the top 10. Scott?
Chris Samard will start 11th, Stephen Burnett 12th, Joe Mitchell 13th, Jim Locking 14th, Keith Maito, I haven't seen him in a long time, he'll start 15th, Don Williams starts 16th, Paul Zoda 17th, David Howard Jr. starts 18th, Shane Billings 19th, and Justin Kern rounds out the top 20.
Eddie McCrae starts 21st, Jeff Sharp 22nd, Shane Papala is 23rd, Daniel Haney 24th, Sean Lejeune will be 25th. Len McNeese back in 26th. Stephen Parks will start 27th. Jeff Glockner 28th. Aaron Riley 29th. And Jay Dubuque will start 30th. Scott?
Starting 31st, the last of the guys that took time, John Esses. 32nd, the first of the non-qualifiers, Brad Hicks. Bob Skinner starts 33rd. The all-time wins leader here. Kind of shocked to see Lupe that far back, but Lupe Gonzalez starts 34th tonight. Ivan Jones, another good driver, starts 35th. Kurt Davidson, saw him charging up through the field a couple weeks ago. He'll try to do it again tonight, starting 36th. Our buddy Mark McFadden back there in 37th. Dean Viney, 38th. Joe Owen, 39th. David Gainforth, 40th. Old Paul Buzz Cohen, 41st. And rounding out this big field of 42, James Haney is going to ride shotgun.
Very good.
Time to go racing at the club once again, and like I said, hopefully it's better than last night's DW12 race at Top Fuel. We had 10 cautions there last night. Bit of a fiasco, so let's hope that doesn't happen tonight.
Oh, that reminds me, I wanted to talk to you, I know while we're getting ready to go live here, but if you thought about canceling your race next week because of the update, everybody else is.
I didn't know there was a big update for the dirt.
Yep.
That's next week, yeah.
Next Wednesday.
Nah, we're on Wednesday. It's coming on Wednesday?
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
Official announcement today from Tony Gardner.
All right. No, I didn't see that. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, we probably might wind up canceling if there's a bunch of problems. But that could be a good thing. There won't be a bunch of people there.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we go, folks. Sorry about that
People
big
need to
glitch right there.
People need to start practicing more.
Race cars in. Green, green, green. Good start by everybody. Like I said, full field, almost a full field. 42 drivers here tonight.
Pretty much a full field. Hell, it's more than full now because NASCAR only goes to 40.
Yeah. Well, they had to, actually a few of them didn't make it, didn't qualify in. So, they have such a big field here that the people have to actually qualify in. There's only, I think, 35 drivers that are locked in each week. And, the rest of them have to qualify in. And he takes the top qualifiers to finish the field out. And we got one guy that did not start tonight, and that was, seen his name back here. Hold on a minute. Let me look for it.
Still a lot of double file action going on right now, and almost 3 wide for the lead, almost 3 wide for second place. A lot of battling going on here. A lot of double file side-by-side action. We are 3 wide in the back there. It's going to level out. Yep.
Joe Mitchell, 14th, loses 1 position since the beginning. I don't think he's too concerned right now. It's a long race, 145 laps, and boy, as you see, these guys are giving plenty of room to one another. Galen Gidman, our points leader, working
wow,
up
this
through the field, goes into 4th.
This is going to be a long race. I didn't realize it was 145 laps.
Yeah, Brandner takes over the lead. Pulls Seth Hatchell right along with him. They put Keith Haney back to 3rd, but he's trying to muster up enough power here going into turn 3 to get back around Seth Hatchell.
We're 3 wide back here. Racing hard in the back.
Oh yeah, this is. Wow, that's impressive right there.
No, it just goes to show you everybody trying to get every position they can right now.
Oh yeah.
While the tires are still fresh.
Jeff Sharp, Stephen Parks, and Justin Kern went 3 wide. Justin Kern loses a couple of positions since the beginning of the race, but like I said, I think a lot of these guys are being patient right now. They know it's a long race. They've got to take care of their equipment and do not wreck that thing. So, they all want to be up front to be away from all of this, but unfortunately there can only be one leader.
And there's no resets here, so you wreck it tonight, you're done.
We're gonna look at this battle here for second.
I've been thinking about taking away the reset and top fuel racing to settle down some of the things that go on in the DW12 season.
Keith Haney out of shape. They're coming out of turn 2. And Seth gets that run. Here comes Galen Gidman now. Going to take advantage of that Keith Haney getting loose.
And resets just give people an excuse to go out there. Oh, we're wrecking. Speaking of wrecking, and there's your first one of the night. We're going to have about 4 of them that are in it. 33 is blown up. 58 is down off the track. Oh, we got a couple more of them back here. Looks like we might have about 5 or 6 of them in it. But yeah, a couple of them are blown up.
Here, John Estes, Kurt Davidson.
Oh, we're still wrecking at the entry of pit road here. Wow, more going on there.
Let me take a look here.
All kinds of carnage going on in that one. I think we had like 3 different incidents there.
Yeah, I'm riding along here with Kurt Davidson. I don't know. I think the accident actually happened up ahead of him. Yep, right up there. I see it.
It's Justin Kern that was in the original accident with the 1.
Yep, and on top of him right now.
Looks like the 1 just pushed up the track and just got into the back of the 58, and they collected some guys from there.
Yes, sir.
I think the 41 was just trying to get woed down. I think that's what happened to him. But I'm not sure what happened there at the entry of pit road. Somebody was all wrecked out there at the entry of pit road and then almost got hit by the 58 when they were backing up. It was the 65. They stayed out on track.
Jay Dubuque. Well, there's a bunch of them spinning here right in front of him.
It looks like he was one of the ones that got collected in it. Looks like the 33 come down and actually got into him. 33 thought he was clear.
Oh, yeah.
They come down and knocked him down into the inside pit wall. So, yeah, there were multiple incidents going on there. And then he almost got creamed by the 58 when he was backing up. So, like a big old target on the 65.
I'm telling you, man.
He's got heavy front damage, though. I think his night might be over soon. Either way, he'll be out there riding around really slow.
Well, a lot of people come to pit road, but they give us a brand new leader. 2 guys that did not stop. Don Williams and Jeff Glockner did not come to pit road, but everybody else did. And we've got a few guys that did try some 2 tire changes. Ross Cato and Joe Roberts with a 2 tire change.
We got a new leader, Rudy, and I can't say I'm surprised on who it is.
Yeah, Don Williams, yeah.
I'm showing T-Brand.
Nope, Don Williams.
Don stay out?
Yeah, Don and Jeff Glockner stayed out.
Okay.
You didn't hear me?
All right, I missed that. No, I didn't.
So, probably had to turn the race volume down if you can't hear me. Ross Cato come off of pit road first with a 2 tire change.
I might have just not been listening.
And Joe Roberts second. But now Jeff Glockner is going to go to pit road. He does have a little bit of damage on his car. But Don Williams is the only one that's going to stay out.
Brandner only take 2 tires?
No, he took 4.
He'll eat him up pretty quickly.
Yeah, he'll be right back up in the lead here, I'm sure, quickly. Lights are already out on the pace car, and we're ready to go back green next time by already. Dang, that was a quick caution.
Whole week of these Auto Club races. Got another one on Saturday night.
Yeah,
the IWCR Truck Series.
That's crazy, man. Why does everybody want to run the same track on the same week?
Well, one of the series is there, if not all the series.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of good because it does kind of give you a chance to, it's like a building practice for you. You know, you can go out and run them other races and stuff and concentrate on one race or something, and you got plenty of practice. I know I was talking to Stephen Parks here a little while ago. He got his second win ever this week at Auto Club in the Gen 6. So congrats goes to him. Yeah. All right, looks like Don's he opted to start up on the high side. Ross Cato on the bottom.
Ready, green, 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 green.
All right, there's the green flag. Don Williams got a pretty good run on that high side. He's got somebody pushing him there. A little bit of a push by Thomas Brandner. Joe Roberts going to get by on the inside. Here comes Keith Haney back by on the inside. Brandner given a little bit of time to get some heat built up in them tires, I think. Gidman.
Just that outside lane right now. Lower lane's quicker right now.
Oh, yeah. Is that the actual
Just
7?
Just like we saw last night, it was quicker in the first couple laps, and then the outside became the quicker lane as the laps became, longer and longer on the tires. I'm wondering if we'll see that again here tonight.
I have a pretty good feeling. I think that's about what we're going to see. Ross Cato takes over the lead, leads his first lap of the race.
Good to see Ross out front. Don't see that very often. Good to see Ross out there leading the Gen 6 race here at Auto Club.
Yep, he's a league champion. Oh, he knows his way to the championship. Galen Gidman trying to extend them lead points out in the points for this season. The long season though, and they just got started, Scott.
Yeah, they got a long way to go.
Long season.
You still want to protect if you're the points leader.
Oh yeah,
that's what Galen's trying to do right now. He's in a storm right now. He's got Brandner on his outside.
David Howard Jr. following Stephen Burnett. Good to see Stephen running up here right with these guys right now. David Howard coming from 18th up to 13th.
Brandner will go into third place.
Very good. And we may have another new leader, Joe Roberts, taking a pass. He drives it right around on the inside of Ross Cato and will take over the point.
There goes Adam Baker, and he's in the wall. Baker was just going around Galen Gidman, and he got up in the wall, and he's going to lose 3, 4, maybe 5 spots.
Oh,
they're
man.
all going to freight train him. That's about the 5th guy right there. It's going by in the 77. So he's lost about 5 spots, maybe even 6.
And
if you want to count Galen's.
He's got quite a little bit of damage, too.
Oh, yeah, he rode that wall for a second.
Yeah.
He's trying to fight back, though, on that high side. Looks like he's going to. He's going to kind of weather the storm a little bit here, but he's still got the 5 down below him trying to battle David Howard Jr. all over his bumper.
And I see smoke. Somebody headed for pit road. I see some smoke there. Some smoke going down pit road.
I better go get it.
That would be Stephen Parks or Justin Kern, one of the two. I would say it must be Justin Kern. Yeah, they're in fixing it right now. What I was kind of watching here was Chris Samard. Chris is a good racer, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him up here racing with these boys pretty quick. He's battling right there side by side with David Howard Jr. right now.
Adam Baker's wrecking.
Oh.
Yeah, he's wrecking at the entrance of pit road. He has hit the inside wall. he will have heavy damage to the front of that car. I'm not sure. I guess he just lost it going through the corner. And yeah, he took it all the way down inside and hit that inside wall.
Oh, man.
So that damage from before might have upset that car and just brought it around on him. But and when it rains, it pours for the 48 tonight.
Ross Cato and Seth Hatchell side by side. Seth on that high side looks like he's going to try to get a run here. Now, it's going to be kind of hard for him to get that run out of turn 4, but Ross slips a little bit.
We got a new leader. We had missed it. Joe Roberts had actually taken the lead, but now he has just lost the lead. Thomas Branner, T-Brand, has pulled out to the point, and the 24 is in charge of this race here in Southern California.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Sorry, the 74. I'm used to him being the 24. He's the 74 in this league. My bad.
But he's on a mission here, picking up, what'd you say, 13 positions last week?
Yeah, in the points by winning that race. I was talking to him before the race. He wants to make it 2 in a row tonight.
Well, there you go. We'll keep an eye on that and see how that works. He's already starting to pull away from Joe Roberts.
I think Joe might just be riding right now. He's got a whole rear view mirror full of Galen. He might just let Galen go on by here and let him go out there and burn his tires off his car and then pass him back by in about 10 laps. Joe's known for that, just taking it easy, riding along in his automobile, you know, not burning up his stuff.
Yeah, he started 8th and he's running in 2nd. Got up there and led 3 laps, so he's definitely... Galen Gidman, our points leader, running in 3rd, has not led a lap yet.
Just looking around to see who might be the biggest mover of the race. I see Lupe Gonzalez has jumped up 16 spots from 34th to 18th. Buzz Cohen, he's jumped up from 41st to 25th. Those guys are having some good runs. You got Dean Viney, started 38th. He's 23rd. So some guys in the back picking up a bunch of spots. James Haney started dead last, up to 29th now. So guys making up ground.
And so far, we've only got 2 guys on pit road, but we have 3 drivers that are a couple of laps down, 1 or more laps down. Aaron Riley, he is a lap down. Adam Baker is a lap down. And Sean Lejeune. I'm kind of surprised at that. Sean Lejeune being a couple of laps down.
Yeah, Baker's the biggest loser out of that deal. He started 5th, and he's all the way back in 39th place.
Dang. It happens, though. Don Williams was up there and led a couple of laps earlier, now back in 14th. Riding right along behind Stephen Pearson.
Look, Galen Gidman got by Joe Roberts, and they're driving away. I think Joe's just taking care of his stuff. He let the 87 by 2. I think he's just riding right now. He's waiting for that big, long green flag run, and usually that plays into Joe's hands when that happens.
Well, they got a lot of race to go, and, you know, we've only seen the 1 caution. And, boy, everybody is trying to take care of their equipment. I think Seth Hatchell's doing the same thing right now. Chris Grosso.
Well, I know Galen Gidman's not. He's running down Brandner. He's all over the bumper right now. He's wanting to be out front and lead that lap, get that bonus point you were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's yet to lead a lap, and Brandner's not going to just pull over and let him have it either. He's gonna make him work for it. Brander he's on a mission here. He wants to lead the most laps. He wants to walk out of here with as many points as he can possibly get tonight. Shane Papala was so strong last week, but wound up he didn't have a good finish. But man, he was super strong last night. He's already come from 23rd up to 14th. He did get around Don Williams.
Got to crank it up, Cam, for here, Rudy?
No, I don't. I know it's a shame. I wish I did. Shane Billings, 17th. Eddie McRae, 18th. And Len McNeese running in 19th position after starting 26th. It's all about taking care of your equipment here in this long of a race, Scott. Taking care of your equipment, protecting them tires, and not being too awful worried about being up there and passing people. Just try to be there at the end.
I'm starting to wonder if Joe Roberts is saving his stuff or if he's just having a hard time. But he's got Seth Hatchell underneath him now, and he's about to lose another spot. Maybe he's just pacing himself right now. I mean, we do have over 100 laps to go, and I'm sure we're going to get a caution. Joe knows that we're probably going to get another caution. There's a lot of traffic out there. The odds of this going caution-free the rest of the way, they're pretty slim. So I think Joe's just playing some strategy right now is what Joe's doing. He's not real worried about getting out there leading right now.
He's pretty good at saving his equipment. So, he's one of them drivers that, if you're a little faster than him, he'll let you go because he's saving his tires right now. If this turns out to be a long green flag run, if he saves enough tires, he'll pass you. One I wanted to talk about was Keith Mayato, coming from 15th up to 6th. Look at this. Good to see Keith out here racing again. It's been a while since we've seen him, haven't we? Man.
About a year, GAC was the last time I saw him. About a year ago.
Man.
I just got that notification on my Facebook. I think it was yesterday, or actually it was Monday, where we did the last GAC race that we called. It had been a year.
Wow.
That's why I knew it had been about a year. That memories thing on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah, those never used to pop up on my feed. Now for like the last couple of weeks, they've been popping up.
Well, that's cool.
And that was one of them.
Go back here and check on Paul Zoda, the league owner. He's lost quite a few positions since the beginning of the race. He's got a new paint job on there. I wonder if that might be, maybe not as bringing him as good a luck as an old paint job.
Tell you what, man, Galen Gibbon riding up there with Thomas Branner like they could pass a beverage back and forth. Been up there a while just riding like that.
I seen that back end get a little bit loose there coming out of turn 4. Well, I see everybody in chat's having a good time. That is so cool.
Right on. I'm glad everybody could tune in tonight. Hope you're enjoying the race here at Auto Club. Gotta say, I'm impressed with the way they've been able to pack the fields, Rudy, and get pretty much a full field every week.
Oh yeah, there's still there was 2 or 3 of them that didn't make it in tonight, had to go home. So, but that has dwindled a little bit. I mean, I think of the first race of the season, I think there was 8 or 10 of them that had to go home. So that's kind of dwindled a little bit.
That's good for the league that there's that much of a demand on trying to get in the race.
Oh yeah, Brad Hicks, 29th. Brad's another one. We'll watch for him to keep working his way closer to the front as the race goes on. Another one of him right behind Mark McFadden, our Canadian brother. Mark taking his time. Jim Lockett.
Mark had a good finish last night. He finished 8th, got himself top 10 here, so trying to make it 2 in a row.
Jim Locking in 30th. Bob Skinner 31st. David Gainforth. I'm used to seeing David running way up closer to the front, but he's another one that he's good at saving tires, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him up there later on. Kurt Davidson, he was pretty strong last week. James Haney, 34th. Jeff Glockner, waiting to see. He does have a little bit of nose damage on that car. It's not really affecting the speed too much, but it seems like it might be affecting the handling. He just got passed up by James Haney. John Estes, 36. Jay Dubuque, last one on the lead lap right now in 37th. And Adam Baker just took over the point here for the first car lap down, so he will be in the lucky dog position right now. And a new rule that they passed, no EOLs. I just got that announcement today. There's been a lot of confusion. Guys were getting EOLs and You know, because they were getting saying that they were getting passed under yellow and this and that. So they're not clearing EOLs at all. If you get an EOL, you serve it.
That's the way it should be.
Yep.
What we do in my league, if you earned it, you serve it.
Yep. That's the way it should be. I mean, you know, it's sorry that maybe sometimes iRacing might make a mistake or something like that, but it happens.
Well, that kind of stuff should be cleared. I mean, if it's a flat-out mistake by the software itself and you can recognize that kind of stuff, I clear that stuff in my league, but I have the rule that if you earned it, you serve it.
Yep. My auto goes into 5th. He gets by Joe Roberts. Wow, Joe, man, what's going on with Joe? I can understand saving your tires and stuff, but man, he's really been going backwards here.
Yeah, I think it's more than that. He's under fire again here. I just don't think he's feeling that car right now.
He might have went out there.
Or he's just really pacing himself right now, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd let this many guys by.
He might have went out there and abused his tires a little bit there at the beginning.
Nah, they weren't out there long enough for that to happen.
Same way with Ross Cato. He's back here in 8th place now. David Howard Jr. 9th. And Randy McCanny breaks the top 10. He was back a little ways, and now he's back up to the 10th position.
I'm starting to think Joe Roberts just ain't feeling it here at Auto Club tonight.
It's something. It's something. And we got a brand new leader. Galen Gidman takes over the lead for the first time.
Got that bonus point. He wanted that, and he got it.
And boy, he pulled away from Brander. Brander's in trouble.
Yeah, he might have smoked up his tires. He was out there running hard, and he had pressure on him from Galen Gidman. He might have burned up his stuff. We don't usually see that out of T-Brand, but he had some pressure on him there. He was trying to get away from Galen, but he might have got outpaced tonight.
Galen outpaced him or outsmarted him or something there, and he got by him.
Then again, he could have just let Galen go and, let Galen go out there and smoke up his stuff, and he might just be kind of just playing dumb right now, playing possum, acting like he's hurt.
Seth Hatchell trying to get a run on Keith Haney.
Never know with some of these drivers, Rudy. There's all kinds of psychology that goes on in these races. Man, Galen using all that back. Almost slideways coming out of that corner that time.
Yeah, and he's got the clean air out in front of him, and he's going to be coming up on some lap traffic here before long. Jeff Glockner is actually, I think Jeff is going to pit road. Yeah, he is coming to pit road. Boy, it looks like he locked him down coming to pit road. I'll tell you what, Seth Hatchell and Keith Haney are racing hard right now, and Hatchell's going to get him, but oh boy, Haney slips on by on the outside again.
Nope.
And there, finally, Seth clears him. Wow.
He got into that wall a little bit, it looks like.
Well, them guys racing like that, like Keith Mayato get in there.
And they're starting to reel Galen back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not too much, but just a little bit.
Yep, Brander closed about 2/10 on him now.
So I was talking about, just playing a little possum.
Yep. Len McNeese.
Little false hope there.
Len McNeese coming up to 17th.
Wagner took it behind the wall, Rudy. Called him tonight to get him beat on traffic.
Too early for that.
Well, it's a long drive to Martinsville, so maybe they wanted to get a head start.
Justin Kern back out on the track. Looks like he got pretty much all the damage fixed there, probably as much as he can get fixed. But he is 14 laps down now.
Haney's done a good job of holding on, keeping Maito off, getting by him.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the show. If you don't mind, click that thumbs up on the video. Give us a thumbs up there, folks. Oh, Galen just had a big moment there coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, he did. It's going to cost him the lead, I think.
Yes, sir. Brander's going to drive back around the outside and retake the lead from him.
Yeah, we've seen that happen to Galen before, where he goes out there and abuses the tires, and then
Galen's coming to pit road.
Yeah, that's a smart. I was just about to say he's better off just coming to pit road now because he's already abused the tires because green flag stops were coming soon anyway. So good call by Galen just to come to pit road. He'd already lost the time. Makes sense. It'd be a lot different on the strategy now. He's probably going to be about 5 to 10 laps different than the rest of these guys. I think it's going to be at least 5 to 10 before we see everybody else come to pit road. Because they've only got, what, about 20 laps on the tires?
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Boy, it was an early pit stop for him, but...
And, had to do what he had to do. He already lost all that time. So,
well,
we got other guys pitting. Here we go. Thomas Brander coming to pit road. So everybody's brought everybody else. A whole bunch of guys behind Brander coming. So Galen started the trend.
Yep.
So it's not going to hurt Galen any.
That's good. That's good news.
Yeah. Good call by the 94 out there to do that. I thought these guys would stay out longer, and because such a long race, and they only had, like I said, about 20 laps. But maybe the car was just falling off that much.
Maybe. Yeah. It's hot and slick out there too. 88-degree track temperature. Well, that's what I thought it was, and it could be making it a little bit slick out there on them older tires. We've seen them slipping and sliding a little bit.
98 degrees is the track temperature.
Oh, okay.
72 degrees is the actual temperature. 2 miles per hour north, 40% humidity.
And Seth Hatchell takes the lead, and he's right behind Galen Gidman, trying to put Galen a lap down, but Galen's got them fresh tires.
So it's actually relatively cool out there, and that might be what's making it slick. No grip.
Right. Waiting to see when Seth is going to come to pit road. He's got Keith Mayato right on his tail. These guys have stayed out. Keith Haney third. David Howard Jr. takes up fourth now with all them guys pitting, but he is 2.4 seconds back. And we got another one. Seth Hatchell coming to pit road.
Yeah.
And he gave the lead up to Keith Mayato. Keith leads his first lap of the race. A lot of guys getting bonus points here tonight, Scott.
Yeah, it's a long season. All them points could add up at the end. So whenever you get one, you got to grab it.
If you got one every race, just one bonus point every race, I mean, that's 36 points.
It's like walking around, you look down, you see a lotto ticket, you just pick it up by chance to see if it's a winner, and you're like, wow, this person dropped a winning lotto ticket. How about that? And scratch-offs?
Yep.
I've found a couple of 20s in my lifetime doing that.
It could make the difference between you finishing, 10th or 5th. 36 points.
That's right.
Big difference. David Howard Jr. closing in on these guys. He's chopping the time down. He's been saving his tires as much as he can possibly save it. He wants to stay out there and lead a lap too. He's third position right now, 2.3 seconds behind the leader. But he's got a mirror full of Randy McCanny. All these guys want that bonus point. Now, we've seen this before, Scott, where the leader just stayed out way too long. When you got guys that have stopped and got new tires. You think maybe that might be what's going on right now with Keith and Keith Haney, David Howard, Randy McCanny, these guys staying out longer? Do you think that's going to hurt them?
Well, if we stay green the rest of the race, yeah, it'll definitely hurt them. But is it going to help them with track position if we get a caution here in the next 10 laps or so? No, it's going to be like a gift of Christmas Day if that happens because the strategy worked.
Yeah,
they're doing it for track position. All these guys were riding mid-pack or further back, and now they're up here at the front. And if a caution comes out, well, it changes the complexity of this thing. So, but we still got a long way to go, man. I mean, just under 100 laps to go. Well, actually, still over 100, 145 here tonight. I'm used to it being 130.
Yeah, we got about 103 to go here at the line. Len McNeese in 5th. Don Williams 6th. Jeff Sharp 7th. Joe Mitchell 8th. Joe said he was just not feeling it here tonight. So I'm sure he's probably right now just praying for a caution. Ivan Jones. Ivan was ready to go out here and kick some tail tonight. That's what I talked to him there earlier, and man, he liked it. The hotter the better, the slicker the better. He just loved it. He ran some NIS races this week here at Auto Club, and they were a lot hotter temperatures, I guess, than what they're running right now. But these guys are coming to pit road, and he's just barely getting her woed down there. Wow. It'll be a 4-tire stop here for Ivan Jones as he comes into pit road.
James Haney's on pit road too. Almost missed his pit box. And I think he's going to have some. They're going to do his pit stop. Wow. He's all sideways in there.
Really? James Haney?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Surprised they're doing the pit stop, but he got her in there. He didn't have to move too much either. Now he's having issues getting it going. Slow pit stop on the exit here.
Yep. He probably didn't want to make sure he didn't hit that wall.
That's going to hurt him.
Keith Mayato still in the lead by 1.1 seconds over Keith Haney. As some of the first round of green flag pit stops that we've seen so far in the race, that's always good to see, green flag pit stop. With this big of a field, that's pretty awesome.
And this long of a race.
Yep.
We found out last night, 150 laps, how long races can be at this place. Over 2 hours last night.
Yeah, that was
way too long. Yeah.
David Howard Jr. coming to pit road. Him and Randy McCanney. Bringing the Best Buy car to the pit stall. Best Buy Camry. They were a little slow jacking up the right side, but right side's going on. And left side's going on. Full of fuel. And he's out of there. Joe Mitchell comes to a stop in his pit stall. Had to back up. There's a mistake on pit road right there. We see a lot of them, don't we, Scott?
Yeah, it's where a lot of guys lose races. I'll tell you what, you can win a race on pit road, and it's not, it's not a common thing, but it's very common to lose it on pit road.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mayato
I did it
is
last
still out
night,
there.
didn't I, Rudy?
Oh, yeah.
Led 31 laps, going to make my pit stop, and was an idiot and didn't call it out, and then overshot the pit entry, and then still decided to try to make it. Yeah, didn't go well. That was a boneheaded move.
Mayato still leading. No attempt to come to pit road by him or Keith Haney. Well, look at this here, Scott. Thomas Brandner back up to 8th place. But the one I was kind of looking at, Galen, which was the very first one to stop for pit, remember, is running in 6th place.
Yeah, it worked out for him.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, he lost that time. It was just the best decision to make. He'd already fell off the pace. So.
Yep. And he's running about 3 seconds ahead of Thomas Brandner right now. That's how much
he's only got about a lap.
Made.
Yeah, but it's only about a lap on the tires. I mean, that'll all equal out over the run. Brandner will wind up catching back up. But they got to work their way through these slower guys who are still out here in these older tires and stretching it out. But they've done a great job.
Yeah. I'm impressed with Keith Mayato. Man, this is really good. Len McNeese just lost a bunch of time right there. I think he was slowed up a little bit to let some lap traffic go by. He is in 2nd place. Joe Owen 3rd. Brad Hicks 4th. And here comes Galen Gidman to get by Brad Hicks and Joe Owen. He gets a twofer. And goes into 3rd.
That's what four Mr. Feelgoods will do for you.
Man.
We found out Monday night and Wednesday night what 4 fresh tires will do for you in the closing laps of a race.
And, with Mayato still out there, that's really... okay, he is coming to pit road now. And that gave Len McNeese the lead.
He stretched it about as far as he can. I'm sure it's starting to get a little squirrely on him.
All right, 4-tire change for Keith Mayato. And he's away. Len McNeese will be the next one to come to pit road.
Imagine he'd probably be coming soon.
Yep, he's going to stay out. He wants to lead a lap here. He wants to get this bonus point out of the way, and then I would imagine we'll see him come to pit road next time. But he's right there, and he's only 5 seconds ahead of Galen Gidman. Gidman in second. Brander does take up the third spot, now running a little over 3 seconds now. So he dealing with all them lap cars has cost him a lot of time out there on the track. Brad Hicks got around Joe Owen to go into fourth, but he needs to come to pit road. Seth Hatchell getting around Joe Roberts. He'll go into sixth. Chris Grosso not far behind in 8th place. Ross Cato 9th, and Kurt Davidson. That rounds out your top 10. Kurt peeling off and coming to pit road. He better get her woed. Oh, I don't think. Oh, he hit it too fast. He's going to have a big time penalty right there.
Yep, Popo got him.
Oh, man. And then he overshot his pit and had to back up. Oh, man. Kurt not going to have a good. He's not going to be too happy with himself on that one, I can assure you.
It's hailing on pit road.
Mm-hmm. And here comes Len McNeese giving up the lead.
Yep. Galen was catching him fast.
Oh, yeah. Way too fast.
Yeah, Lynn got her on there all right.
Yep. Good
No
job.
speeding penalty for the 84.
What did Kurt Davidson? Yeah, he did get a speeding penalty.
You said he did.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Yeah, he was on pit road for.
watching.
Yeah, he was on pit road for 29 seconds. So yeah, I would assure that pretty sure he got a speeding penalty. Yeah, he come on there way too fast. I think that's a kind of a funny thing about this track right here too. You know, you've got to start slow. When you go into turn 3, you've got to already start thinking about it and slowing up, and be hard on them brakes coming out of turn 4, because pit road entrance is right there. And I'll tell you, you no more and drop down off the track, and there's the cones. You got to be slowed down to speed when you hit them cones. Hey, Martha Terheimer, Wally's mom in chat. Good to see you again tonight there, Martha.
Hey, Mrs. Terheimer.
Yeah, she tuned in last night. That was pretty cool. Haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, Wally actually won the surprise $5. I
Oh.
drew everybody's name out of a hat that finished the race, and Wally was the winner.
Nice. Awesome. Seth Hatchell now third, Joe Roberts fourth. All the pit stops have been made. Chris Grosso in 5th place. That's your top 5 right now, folks. I used to be able to show that, but I guess I can't do it anymore. I don't know why that's... Nope, I guess this one don't have where it could show the top 5.
Oh, the top 5 are Galen Gidman, Thomas Brander, Seth Hatchell, Joe Roberts, and Chris Grosso.
Yep.
Running 6th is Ross Cato, Stephen Burnett right behind him. Stephen Pearson, Mr. Dewise. We ain't talked about him all night long, back there in 8th. Chris Samard running 9th, and David Howard Jr. rounds out the top 10.
But I used to have a thing on here that, that showed, but that was another theme that I had, so this theme doesn't have that where, it shows the top 5 or top 10. I may switch up and go back to one of them other themes just for something to do.
Not a bad idea. Switch it up.
Switch it up. Joe Owen going a lap down. We're seeing a lot of lap down vehicles now, Scott.
Yeah, green flag pit stops have a way of doing that.
Yep. Keith Haney just drove by. And he's running in 12th after being our pole setter and only leading the very first lap, and hasn't been able to get back to the front since.
I don't know how many times we preached it, that getting on and off of pit road is probably one of the most important things of the race.
Yep. You got that right.
And not just getting on and off pit road, but getting on as fast as you possibly can without getting caught speeding, and then getting off as fast as you possibly can without getting caught speeding or wrecking anybody or anything of that nature. Just got to practice.
Lupe Gonzalez coming from 34th up to 13th, possibly the biggest mover tonight of the race. That's 21 positions, Scott.
The hell of a job by the all-time wins leader here at Southern Motorsports.
Yes, sir.
You know, I wish Paul wouldn't have erased all their stats. I went to load it up again tonight, and then I remembered, oh, yeah, all the stats are gone. But, yeah, when he loaded up the new season, he overwrote the last season, and it took away all their history.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And Dan Lisa?
Yep.
Oh, man, you never do that.
He did it for each series, so completely erased, like, all the stats. Yeah.
So he didn't have to set it up again. Oh, no, man.
But he realizes it now. But
yeah. That's a bummer.
There's no way of recovering that once you delete it.
Nope. No, I think they run that on a server. It's a guy and his wife that run that. Dan and Lisa are their names.
It's a hell of an idea.
And they run that on a server, a personal server. And you think about how many league stats that they keep on there. Unbelievable how many stats that are on there.
Yep. That's pretty cool. I like that site. We used to use RPM, which is Race Points Manager, but you have to pay for that. You were very limited on what you could use. It's a nice program, but
I don't think they're even around anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. It's been a couple of years since I was using them, but man, Dan Lisa, you can't beat it. It's free, and it has so many different stat categories. It keeps track of everything from track stats to driver stats to all the different league stats. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can actually look up a driver's own personal stats throughout all the leagues that he runs on. You know, that's what's really cool about it.
And did we mention that it's free?
Yeah, right. It's free. And it's not hard to set up. It's real easy.
No, it's cake. It's the interactiveness with that software is so easy.
Yep. It's just a big spreadsheet. You know, it's all it is. Just a big spreadsheet.
If you can't set that up, we can't help you.
Nope. I don't even think I want to help you.
That stuff is pretty simplistic. Yeah. Just got to get pointed in the right direction, and it's pretty easy to figure out. Don't be intimidated by Dan Lisa.
Ross Cato in 6th place. Stephen Burnett now in 7th. Under fire by Stephen Burnett, or Stephen Pearson. And Pearson keeping the pressure on Burnett right now. These guys running about almost 13 seconds behind the leader, Galen Gidman. Gidman's out there feeling pretty good about himself. And look who got by into 2nd place. Seth Hatchell got by Thomas Brandner.
Yeah, while we were chatting there, I was watching it happen as we were chatting, but I just didn't comment on it. But yes, Mr. Brandner has slipped back a little bit. His green flag stops. They've allowed Galen to just pull away from everybody. He's got that out there cruising, radio blasting.
Yep, feet up on the
dash. Having a good time. Yeah, having a good time tonight, man.
He's in cruise
enjoying
control.
This.
Yes, sir.
But we still got a long way to go, so he just needs to take it easy. Rudy, how long is tomorrow night's race? Is it a 500 miler or is it just a 300 miler?
It's a
WC.
It's a 250.
Oh, okay. It's just a 250. Okay.
Yeah. So what's that? 100 laps?
125. Yeah, 100 laps.
100 laps.
Just 2.5. Yep.
Chris Samard still hanging on to the top 10.
Well, buddy, that'll be the last race that I call with you for about a week, because on Monday night I won't be there because I'll be at the Blackhawks Lightning game, and then next weekend is WrestleMania, so I won't be around after the Top Fuel race. I'll be headed to Orlando that night.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I won't be around until that Tuesday after that weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, time to get out of here and go have some fun and blow off some steam and blow some money.
All right.
Go see some rice.
Keith Mayato now into 13th after leading 11 laps. He stayed out there for that longest time. He's really not hurting that bad, Scott. He's only 16 seconds behind the leader, but I think he's gaining on him a little bit here.
Maybe, he should be.
Yeah, maybe a couple of tenths a lap or something. He's gaining on him because he's got way fresher tires.
I'm surprised it's not more than that with the newer tires that he has.
He's got like about 11 lap newer tires than actually more than that than Galen does. Actually, he's probably got about 15 lap newer tires than Galen's got.
Seth Hatchell and Thomas Branner are starting to reel him in here, and Thomas Branner has reeled Hatchell right back in. He was starting to fade back a little bit, but he's caught right back up to him due to slower traffic. And these guys are slowly catching Galen Gidman.
Yep.
Not as far out there as he once was. Nobody in between them now.
No, he's got to be feeling that clean air, though. I mean, that's got to really feel good. These cars are so, they want clean air. They need clean air to run well, and that's exactly what's going on. Len McNeese, the next one to go a lap down, is just ahead of our leader, Galen Gidman. But he's actually pulling away from Galen. So Galen's tires are starting to fade, Scott.
Yeah, that's why he's fading back.
Yeah, I mean, he pitted, when did he pit?
He was the first one to pit.
Yeah. Like on
it was lap 35 or
35,
lap 36.
Yep, lap 35. He was the first one. So he's been out there about 30 laps right now. So it might not be much longer before we'll see Galen come into pit road again. I don't know if he's going to try to go with around the 30, 35 lap mark.
Oh, he's already gone 30 laps on them, so they're working lap 66 right now. So I imagine he'll probably come in the next 5 or 10.
Yep, that's what I'm kind of thinking too. Yeah, he kind of set the tone. He was the first one to stop, and boy, after that, it was an onslaught of people stopping. And look at Seth closing up that gap, man. He is really closing in quick.
Yeah, but then there were a lot of guys that didn't stop and stretched it out, hoping to get that caution. I'm shocked that we have not had a caution. If we go caution-free the rest of the way, I will be completely surprised. Jay Dubuque took it behind the wall. There's so many cars out there, and, you know, with as slick as it was, as we were seeing earlier, you'd have thought we'd have had a self-spin by now, but it just hadn't happened.
Well, Stephen Parks is back out on the track, running 47 laps down, but look at the speed he's carrying here with them brand new tires. Nice job, Stephen. I think he had either had a blown engine or he just had a lot of damage on his car. I'm not sure which, but he's closing up on. Wow, I can't even see here. Who the heck is that? Oh, I'm up too far. Closing up on Thomas Brandner. Sorry about that. And look at Seth Hatchell, side by side with Galen Gidman for the lead. And he's got it. And Galen's not even going to fight him.
He drove right on by.
Yep. I think we're going to see Galen probably come to pit road here before too much longer.
Yeah, I think he turned the radio down.
Yeah. So he's got to get a little bit more serious now. It's like Seth caught him because he was tuned into the radio and he had the cruise speed set on about 170, and now he had to turn it up a little bit, you know?
And I got to turn off autopilot.
Yep. Joe Roberts still hanging on to fourth. Long ways back to fifth place, Chris Grosso, though. But him and Ross Cato is still battling back here. Keith Haney now in seventh. David Howard Jr. in 8th, Randy McCanny 9th, and Keith Mayato. That rounds out your top 10, the way they're sitting. I was just looking there. It looked like Adam Baker has quite a bit of damage on the back of his car. Let's get down there a little bit closer and take a look at that. Yeah, he's got a lot of damage.
That was Stephen Parks. I was trying to see who it was. Stephen Parks just bounced it off the wall again, right there next to Galen Gidman on his outside. That was a scary moment there for Galen. Galen's coming to pit road. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got fooled out. Seth Hatchell coming to pit road. Yep. Their cars look so much alike.
Yeah.
They're both Napa cars, aren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
And Seth Hatchell coming to pit road.
Yeah, he's got it's blue and gold, but Galen's is blue and white. But yeah, they're both Napa cars. So Seth peeling off, that gives the lead back to Galen Gidman. And Stephen Parks is right there behind him. He wants to get one of his laps back. He's racing the leader pretty hard. And he's going to clear him, and he'll get one of his laps back. And I'm
Brad
thinking...
Hicks coming up on him.
Whoa! A little bump in there. That was close. That's not a place where you want to bump somebody either, right there.
A little unnecessary.
I don't think he meant to do it. I think Galen probably just backed out of the gas. He's backing out.
These are lap cars. These lap cars need to have some awareness that these leaders are on older tires, and he needs to try to not run him over like he's almost done twice. Now Brander's going to get by because of all this that's going on, because Galen's been freaked out about the lap car possibly running him over.
Yep, well, Brander just come off of pit road, so he's got fresh tires. He actually pitted sooner than Gidman, and Gidman. He's coming in. So, man, I'm about to get run over here. He's just way too slow, I gave the lead back up to Keith Haney.
He didn't help matters any, but he didn't really do anything wrong at the same time.
Nope.
But he could have probably made that easier and just let 86 by. But the 86 has just got to have some awareness there that wasn't happening, and just try not to run over the leaders.
Well,
Brad didn't do anything wrong necessarily. Wasn't anything he purposely did. It's,
Yeah, he wanted to get back on the lead lap, and now he is. So. Yeah, there was a lot at stake right there. Galen was just trying to hold his line, and if Brad had the horses, he could have got around him. But Brad decided, he just wanted to stay behind him. But the braking points were so much different, Well, Galen
just not coming off cars out here with Keith Haney.
Oh yeah,
gaggle of them right here. 3 wide here. No.
A lot of guys getting back on the lead lap. Keith Haney's staying out there. Well, David Howard Jr. just 3 seconds behind. He wants to get out here and lead a lap. I think he's going to probably try to stick it out here until Keith Haney pits and maybe get a point there, Scott.
He might. Depends on how long that is.
Yeah.
They're just losing time to all these other guys right now by staying out there. So it's a matter of how long are you going to do that?
Joe Mitchell on pit road.
Because while you're trying to go after that 1 point, you just lost like 5 or 6 of them because you lost all them positions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sometimes it's not worth chasing that point, Rudy.
I know it. Yeah, it's a tough decision to make when you're out there racing. Whether or not to stay out or not, because that these guys are coming out with new tires, and they're just going to eat you for lunch.
Yeah.
And if a caution comes out, it could pay off for you, but if it doesn't, boy, it's just hurting you.
Well, I thought for sure we would have had another caution by now. I'm shocked that we haven't.
Yep.
Especially with a lot of the chances that we've seen being taken here tonight.
One caution, we've had 14 lead changes. That's a lot of lead changes.
Yeah, it is. Who's led the most laps? Galen?
Yeah, he's led 25. Brander's led 21. And they've got kind of switched around here, because now Brander's about 5 seconds ahead of Gidman. So Gidman must have had a bad pit stop or something there.
Well, he was also got passed up by Brander on the track because of all that stuff with the lap car. So.
Right, you are right. Brander running in 11th right now. Gidman trying to make up time here on the track. Running 14th. He actually got back around Brad Hicks. Now Brad Hicks is back on the lead lap, and these guys are running, Galen's running 33 seconds behind the leader, Keith Haney. And Keith is going to be pitting here, I think, before too much longer. Running the O2 Derm Relief, the sponsor here for tonight's race, folks. And Scott, I think it's about that time that we pay the bills. What do you think?
All righty.
Do more and stay active with O2 Dermaleaf, the ache and pain relief gel like no other. No smell, no tingling sensation, and no greasy feel. O2 Dermaleaf is a natural pain relief for everyday aches, pains, bumps, and bruises. Oxygen is the secret. It's the natural way to relieve and revitalize. Your joints, muscles, and skin need oxygen to thrive, and O2 Dermaleaf delivers a rich supply of molecular oxygen in a new, state-of-the-art formula. Every day we hear new stories of pain relief from satisfied customers. Shouldn't you try O2 Dermaleaf too? Score a $5 discount on your purchase of O2 Dermaleaf. Visit O2Dermaleaf.com and use promo code SOMO999. That's the letter O, the number 2, Dermaleaf.com, and enter SOMO999 to get your $5 discount.
All right, Scott, we're back.
All right. Gave me a chance to go get another bottle of water and a protein bar.
Oh, there you go. Keith Mayato now taking over second. David Howard Jr. peeled off and went to pit road, and he's doing his 4-tire change and full of fuel. Adam Baker coming back in. Stephen
Matt
Parks.
Burkhart.
Pit road. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say Matt Burkhart was tuning into the race. Want me to say hello to you and said he's enjoying the race this evening.
Well,
What's going on, Matt? Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Very good. Cool. Oh, we have a caution.
Yeah, there's that caution, and boy, yeah, that just shook up the standings.
Buzz Cohen going around.
That's going to work out for a lot of guys. Keith
Yes.
Haney, Keith Maito, Randy McCanney, David Howard Jr., Lynn McNeese, Bob Skinner. All these guys are going to be big winners because of this caution.
Well, he gets it back going, but it looked like just a slip in turn 4. Yeah, this is going to pay out good for all these guys. Now, this tightens the whole field back up. There's only 12 of them on the lead lap right now, Scott.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say it was showing 15, but yeah, they just changed. Well, I'm sure that we'll see some guys probably stay out here and try to get their lap back.
Yeah, this couldn't have come at a better time for Keith Haney. And Keith
See a lot of
Mayato,
guys
man.
pit here. Yeah, I think you'll see all these leaders pit. Ooh, somebody just blew up on the backstretch.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to see the number there. I think it's. Hold on.
I see the smoke.
It's Buzz Cohen from that accident.
Oh.
That's who I thought it was, but I wasn't for sure, so wanted to catch up with it. Yeah, it blew up. His race is over.
My IRTVO just crashed. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Must be from all the crashes last night.
Somewhere, caution.
Dang it. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, why it crashed. That's the first time in a long time that's done that.
It's a programmer. They all crash.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. Well, they gave the lead back up to Keith Haney. He is coming to pit road. Everybody's coming down pit road pretty much. At least it's the lead pack here. Only 12 of them can come to pit road right now. But you're right, boy, there's a lot of them going to get back on the lead lap. Stephen Pearson, Chris Samard, David Howard Jr., Stephen Burnett, Lupe Gonzalez, James Haney, Joe Mitchell, Jeff Sharp. The list just keeps going. Everybody going to get back on the lead lap. Man, we're going to wind up with a whole pile of them back on the lead lap.
All those guys aren't going to be able to pit, though.
No, but a lot of them were just on pit road not long ago.
They're going to need a quick caution.
Well, this is the second caution, and of course this is messed up now. So just add a caution to that. Doggone it. I hate that when that happens.
Well, who are you going to interview, Rudy?
Oh, heck, I don't know. I don't know. Let's talk to Len McNeese. What do you think? Get him up here.
Sounds good.
Find him. There he is. Len McNeese, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy, Rudy.
Len, how's your race going for you?
Well, it's been, I hate to say that caution come out. I was trying to do a long run set up there, and I'm not really fast with these guys on the short runs.
Well, you come from 26th up to 10th. We've been watching you, and you've been slowly picking off a few places up through the field. How's the racing going, though? I mean, is it easy to pass, hard to pass? Has the race groove moved?
It's kind of hard to pass. It's real slick. If you got to watch it coming out of turn 2, it won't spin out real bad coming out of turn 2.
Well, that's interesting to know. But has the race groove moved any? I mean, has it moved up the hill a little bit, or is it still right on, close to the bottom?
It's still close to the bottom. It may have moved up about a half a car length there, Rudy, and it's still real close to the bottom.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, well, top 10 so far, Len. Keep up the good work there, brother. Man, I'll tell you what, that was a long green flag run. We've seen green flag pit stops in there and everything.
Yeah, I wish it would have stayed green. I was just hoping to go for one more pit stop and see where I'd have turned out at. So I really, it's curious now how it's going to end up.
Yeah, that's for sure. This put a lot more guys on the lead lap again and tightened the field back up. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. All right, well, good luck out there, Len. That's all I can tell you, brother.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Len.
All right, so feeling pretty good about the car. Just wanted to see that stay green. I don't blame them. I'll tell you, these guys are going to be wore out when this race is over. You know that?
Yeah, this is a long race. Almost 300 miles.
It's 75% of the real race that they run here in NASCAR. 75%. I don't think Paul realized that when he made this. Oh, he did say the guys wanted some longer races. Well, they got their wish. And these guys are staying out too. Boy, there's going to be a bunch more on the lead lap.
I like the long races myself because it brings an element of endurance to the race. You have to mentally stay strong. You got to stay focused. It brings the driver aspect of it into the race. Yep. Big time.
All right, we just got the one to go, and that's going to put 10 more drivers back on the lead lap. So now we're going to have 23 drivers on the lead lap.
That's exactly the reason why Top Fuels races are as long as they are, because I like to bring the driver out and everybody see who can last.
Keith Biotto going to start on the outside of the front row after starting 15th today. Going to be starting right next to our pole setter. Couldn't have worked out a better time for Keith Haney. Let's see if he can stay out there a little bit longer this time. Last time he only got to lead one lap. And boy, Gidman took over and never looked back after that. And now Gidman's going to be restarting back in 6th place. Like 5th or 6th. Yep.
They all got 4 Mr. Feelgoods here. Yep. The big boys do. The big players do.
Everybody's kind of even out here, except for those 10 that just got back on the lead lap. They didn't get a chance to stop, but we'll see how this works. We might wind up going right back under caution again. If we do, that's going to help them guys out a lot.
Those guys in the motor tires got to be careful of tire spin here.
All right, here we go.
Race car pulls up. We're ready to go racing again here at Auto Club. Waiting on that flag, man.
Ready,
Still waiting. Green flag is out, and we're racing again in SoCal. Been a good race tonight. Just 2 cautions for Southern Motorsports. Race number 5 of the season. Immediately, Thomas Brainer takes it 3 wide, dives to the bottom. He's making his move, trying to get back to the front.
Oh, Seth Hatchell gets run over from behind.
There's that quick caution.
Yes, it is.
Oh, but we got guys getting collected in it. Boy, that got big, Rudy. Oh, man, that got real big back there. Yeah, man, that escalated.
Let's go back and take a look at that. We're going to look at it from a far chase view here to see if we can see what happened there. This was right after the start, and I'm not sure if Galen Gidman tapped them or what there.
No, it was the 90. It was the 90 come up, looked like.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, 90
oh,
come
my.
up the track just a little bit, caught that left front, man.
Oh.
And yeah, he collected a good couple guys there,
yeah.
3 or 4 guys back there. It snowballed in the back.
Oh, my. We got a bunch more got into it. Oh, my. And Seth, I'd say Seth's day is done right there.
Oh, yeah, that's burnt toast right there.
Yeah, he was like a ping pong ball out there. Everybody got a piece of that. All right, well, That's good news for the guys in the back, though, that wanted to pit. They're going to get their chance now. I figured that was something was going to happen because everybody was so on top of each other, you know.
It looks like a piece of burnt toast, too. It's all rumpled around the edges. All around that car.
Wow.
He took some major licks on that one. Well, that was that quick caution that we were talking about that all them guys that just got back on the lead lap needed. And a lot of guys smiling right now. I know Seth ain't one of them, but a lot of them guys got lucky, but some of them didn't. Some of them got caught up in that. So you got to be careful what you wish for.
Oh, yeah. And we're riding along here with our leader, Keith Haney. Keith Mayato right behind him in second. A couple of lap cars getting by. I believe that was Chris Samard that just went by.
Rudy, I'm going to step away for just a second.
Yep. A lot of guys on pit road. Joe Mitchell, Don Williams, Jeff Sharp, Mark McFadden. Guys getting their cars attended to, finding out just what kind of damage that they have. Not what we want to see, these guys having that much damage. You know, it's hard for them to be contenders out there tonight. But Seth Hatchell, yeah, he is pretty much done. Shane Billings takes his car behind the wall. And we got several of them on pit road. Aaron Riley, Buzz Cohen, Steve Burnett takes his behind the wall.
There's fire sale going on down on pit road right now.
Yes, sir is.
Cheap car parts, folks. Cheap car parts.
Well, maybe we can get a word in with...
Just a little update on the hockey game in Chicago. It's 1-1 between the Stars and the Blackhawks for all you Blackhawk fans out there. Or if you're rooting against the Blackhawks.
I don't see Bob Skinner in here, but...
He's not in there?
No. Let's see if we can get a word in maybe with Adam Baker. Adam Baker, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Adam, well, you're coming to pit road, okay, but you haven't got a chance to get back on the lead lap. You still got a little bit of damage on the back. Have you gotten all the damage fixed that you can get fixed, or is there still more to do?
No, I got about a minute left. I'm going to try and get that done here.
Okay.
The car's not too bad. It's definitely a lot looser at the beginning of a run now. I'm hoping some cautions fall, the right way, and I can somehow get back on the lead lap. I don't think I got a shot at a win, but I'd like to, get a top 20 or something if I can.
Well, is there a chance that, can you kind of walk us through what happened there at the beginning of the race that caused you to get so much damage?
Yeah, so I caught the wall on the second run just a little bit, and then I was racing inside of somebody. I don't remember who it was, and I just lost it coming out of 4. I slid right into the pits, and I got a 15-second penalty for the speeding. I didn't really think I had that much damage, but then I stopped and I got tires while I was already serving the penalty, and it was more than I thought I had, but hopefully I can get most of it fixed here and see what I can do.
All right, brother. Well, good luck out there, and we'll see what you can, pick up a few more positions anyhow. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, looks like he did get some more. He got the back end put back on the car, and they straightened the right front fender out. So they did pick up a little bit of repair on that one.
Good thing they don't have the 5-minute rule, huh?
Yep.
Chance to be about the lamest rule NASCAR's come up with in a while, other than the stage racing.
I agree. Yeah, that stage racing is a joke.
They must sit around and get pissed drunk and go, how can we screw up our sport more than we already have?
No kidding. Doing some really good drugs or something.
Hanging out with Mayfield.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion about it. I know there's people out there that like it. I know it's still early in the stage racing, but it's just, I'm not down with it.
Well, let's get them going here one more time. We've still got about, 55 laps to go? Does that sound right? 55 to go? Yep. Be about 56 at the line, 56 to go at the line when they get the green flag. Keith Mayato starting on the outside. Brander third. Randy McCanny, one that got into Seth Hatchell there. He'll be restarting fourth. Yeah, I thought when I first looked at that, I thought it looked like Gidman got into the back of him. Well, here we go. Pace car's in.
Yep. Let's hope this don't turn into a caution festival.
Ready, green, 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 green.
There's a green.
No, cautions can breed cautions. Let's hope that doesn't start happening. Here goes Brander. I didn't think it'd be long for he'd make that move, and he's making it 3 wide, going into the corner.
Oh, my word.
Brander's got it easily. Just drove right on by both of them.
Man, he powered it in there. And Keith, he couldn't even do anything about it.
We got the caution. There you go. 4th of the night. That's what I was saying. We're wrecking back.
Len McNeese.
Stephen Parks.
Dang. This is what's going to happen here. This is going to be cautions breed cautions. Now, this was right on the start.
Well, Len McNeese got hit with that MaxSpeedTV jinx tonight.
Oh, man, I hope not.
Yeah, he got a little loose and got a little bumper from Brad Hicks, and then it was Stephen Parks that came along and just got clipped by him, and then some other snowballing.
Oh, man, did he ever.
Looks like the 72 got caught up in it.
Oh, man, Stephen Parks come around nowhere to go. Did catch oh, man, we even had a couple cars that ghosted through Len. So, holy smokes, man. All right, well.
Yeah, John Estes got caught up in that, too.
Brand new leader, Thomas Brandner. He's on a mission here to try to lead the most laps tonight. Boy, if they keep running these laps under cautions, wow. The good thing
he just got the lead back. He hadn't been in the lead for a while. He just snatched it back there on that one corner that they raced to. That's all they did was go about a corner.
Every time they have a caution here, they get another driver that usually gets back on the lead lap. I think the next one's going to be James Haney. May get the wave by, but I think he just pitted. He just pit? No, he's just catching up the field. If he doesn't pit, he'll be able to get back on the lead lap, I do believe. He is and Len McNeese is sitting on pit road. I thought he took it behind the wall, but I guess not. He might as well, man. That car is fried.
His over.
It's fried.
Nope.
And here we go. Let's get them going here again, Scott. I'll let you get them going this time, brother. Hopefully, we
still got a couple more laps before we're going to be going back to green.
Yeah.
You want to do an interview?
Yeah, let's do that. Who do you want to talk to? Who do you feel like talking to?
Oh, I don't know. How about a pick? I'll let you handle the interviews tonight.
All right. How about we talk to somebody?
I'll pick the leader if you leave it up to me.
Jeff Sharp, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Jeff, how's your racing going for you out there? It's been kind of treacherous here in the last few laps.
Yeah, I dodged a bullet there a couple laps ago.
What's the car feel like on the track?
It's a little loose. I'm having fun though. Getting up there slowly.
Yeah, you've come from 22nd. You kind of drifted back a little ways, and now you're working your way back to the front. Is that kind of your strategy tonight, just to kind of play it cool the first part of the race, and now you're going to start working to the front?
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I'm not a short run guy. I let the tires get worn, and then I can make some moves.
Well, I think that's what a lot of guys are really hoping for, this to go, green for a long run, and they're just not getting it right now. With these cautions like this, and as the field gets all bunched up, we know cautions breed cautions, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now.
Yes, sir. I like to see it green the rest of the way.
There you go. That's a good attitude to have. Can you make it the rest of the way on fuel?
It's going to be close.
Yeah, that's like 50. Well, you haven't stopped, so it'll be about 55 laps on the tank of fuel. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I don't know if the tires will make it that long.
No, that'd be rough. All right, well, good luck out there, Jeff, and just keep up the good work, man. Keep digging.
Thanks, man.
All right, thank you. You want to talk to the leader all the time. Why do you want to talk to the leader all the time?
Most important guy on the track.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I like to find out how other people's races going. You find out their strategies, what their plans. He's planning it's going to be real close for him to make it the rest of the way on fuel, but he's thinking tires aren't going to be able to make it. So we're probably going to see all these guys out here make one more pit stop. I just know. I mean, gosh, I couldn't imagine driving 55 laps out here on these, and I don't even think they could make it that far. Not on a 2-mile track, man. That's a long. That's a lot of laps.
They don't have to go 55 laps. They only have to go 50 laps or 51 laps.
Now, yeah, but they didn't stop right there.
These caution laps are helping them out big time.
Yep. All right, lights are out. They're doubling back up again, Scott. So get them going this time, brother.
Well, let's hope we don't go back under caution again. Some good green flag racing here tonight. We've accumulated 3 cautions in the last 20 laps?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, this I showed 3 here, but it's actually 4 because of it messed up. My IRTVO messed up, but
yeah, it looks like Stephen Parks is out of the race.
Yep. Yeah, we've lost a lot of good drivers. Jeff Glockner, Jay Dubuque, Sean Lejeune, Shane Billings, Stephen Burnett. Dang. And pit road's a junkyard.
All right, well, here we go. Ready to go back to green flag racing at Auto Club. Been a good race here tonight. We're starting to get some cautions here. Let's hope that settles down. We'll get back to doing what we were doing. And that green flag man says, let's get her going. Racing again at the club.
Wow, these guys, man. Gidman.
3 wide.
3 wide back here again, yep.
2 rows of 3 wide.
Good Lord, man, these guys are brave on these new tires, ain't they?
Get it while you can.
Joe Roberts back into the hunt here.
Good to see Fireball Joe back up there. So he was just kind of pacing himself earlier, because here he comes now. Yeah,
Keith Haney now kind of falling backwards. Galen Gidman gets by him. I'll tell you what, though, Gidman's going to have a tough time getting by Keith Mayato. He's going to have a very difficult time. I think if Keith was up in the lead right now, I think all these guys would have a tough time getting by him. I think he's probably one of the fastest guys out there right now. Him, Brander, and Gidman definitely showing the way here.
You know, some of these other guys might have something to say about that now, Rudy. Fireball Joe might have something to say about that before it's over. 87, he's been there all night long, so you can't rule him out either.
Yep. Dean Biney
going to have something to say about it.
On the outside of Bob Skinner, will take up that position from Bob. Skinner got a little bit of damage on his car. Not a whole lot, but a little bit on that nose. Could be slowing him up a little bit. Eddie McRae, 13th.
Fast Eddie McRae.
Yes, sir. And he's going to get by Bob Skinner on the inside. And here comes Lupe Gonzalez. Oh! Who was that?
Not sure who it was, but they were big time loose coming off the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Gidman slides up into second place.
I think that was Steven Pearson, because he's drifted back a little way now.
Wasn't Pearson.
Oh, okay. And Gidman still battling with Keith Mayato. And he clears them finally. He'll go into second. Well, I'm going to tell you what, second place is the place to be, I'm telling you, because everybody wants it.
It almost wasn't right there.
Yep. And Keith Mayato, he never backed off the gas there. He got loose coming out of turn 2, and he never lifted his foot off that throttle.
Stephen Burnett and Justin Kern have both taken it behind the wall. They're out of this race as well.
Yep, man. Aaron Riley's still in it. He's back out there on the track, 39th place right now, trying to pick up a few more positions. And right now, Brandner has took over the most laps led with 30 laps, beating Gidman's 25. Joe Roberts clears Keith Haney, goes into 4th. And Chris Grosso, another one that's been extremely good here tonight. 6th place for him. And
boy, there was a moment for Maito. Spark flying there. I think he got into the wall just a little bit right there. Freak Gidman out. He dove to the bottom, but now the pressure's on.
Yeah, after Gidman just got by Mayato, and now Mayato's back ahead of him. Wow.
42 back here battling the 87 for 5th place, side by side. Got somebody parked on the backstretch. They just towed it.
Yeah, I seen that. I don't know who that was. Somebody that tried to go back out and said, nope, car's junk, I'm just taking it and parking it. Ross Cato. He's got a mirror full of Lupe Gonzalez. Lupe, the winningest driver here at Somo. Trying to get at the victory lane one more time here. Got to keep that streak alive.
It's been a while since we've seen him win a race. Or me, anyway. I don't call all the races. It's been a while since I've seen him in victory lane.
It's been a while since I've seen him in victory lane, too. I think most of those wins came long before I started broadcasting here for Somo. Ivan Jones, coming from 35th to 12th. What a run for Ivan tonight. I'll tell you what, man, I'd be awful proud of that run. Picking up 23 positions, you bet.
Yeah, Ivan and Lupe both picking up 23 positions. They're both the biggest movers of the race.
Man, that's pretty awesome. Joe Mitchell, 13th. And Chris Samard, I thought Chris would be up there a little further, but they are coming down to, around the 40 to go mark here pretty quick. If he's going to start making a move, I think we'll see him start making that move inside that 40 to go.
Talking about biggest movers of the race, we got to mention James Haney as well. He's picked up 22 spots since the start of the race. Started 42nd, currently running 20th. Good run for him. Started dead last. He's worked his way into that top 20.
Yes, sir.
And Daniel Haney just took him behind the wall.
Man, guys are dropping like flies here. What the heck? Aaron Riley just picked up another position. Boy, that car looks like it is mangled from front to back. But he's just trying to make the best that he can out of it. After starting 29th, he's running 38th at the moment. He's got a few more positions to go here. There's about enough laps where he can maybe pick up about 1, maybe 2 more spots. That's about it, if he can keep it straight. Brandner continuing to lead, 3/4 of a second ahead of Keith Mayato. And Mayato and Gidman, boy, they've been battling here for that second position. One wants it and the other one wants it.
Man, Joe Roberts just kind of been riding with him, just kind of hanging out.
Yep, staying in the draft right now.
Yeah, trying to keep these guys close.
And it kind of makes you wonder, is he sitting there? Has he got something for them guys? You know, he likes to sneak in there at that last minute. I've seen him do it a million times.
I think everybody's expecting this to go green flag the rest of the way. I don't know why I think it's going to go green the rest of the way. We got all them cautions there just a minute ago, but I think it's going to go green the rest of the way. And I think these guys think that as well. And they're just kind of playing that right now. Taking care of their tires, planning their pit stop, try to win the race off pit road. Because you know anything and everything can happen trying to get on and off of pit road. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, our pole sitter back here in 6th place. Not out of it by any means. And Stephen Pearson 7th. Randy McCanny having a great day here today. We've seen him go backwards there toward the beginning of the race, and now he's got himself back inside the top 10. Don Williams is another one too, because Don, we thought maybe Don was going to be out of it, and here he is running in 9th. Job. I think Lupe Gonzalez and Ivan Jones are like, I think they're in kind of like a race within a race here between themselves, because where one goes, it seems like the other one goes. They're just staying right together there.
Meanwhile, Brander's getting reeled up here, Rudy. I think he went out and burned up his tires again because everybody behind him is starting to slowly reel him in here.
And we've noticed that about Brander. You know, he does get out there. He's a short run driver, and for some reason, I don't know if it's his line he takes or what. I mean, he's fast, don't get me wrong, but you can only run that fast speed for so long before people start reeling you in, you know, because they're running a different line that saves tires.
Yep, you got to take care of them tires, but he's still managing that lead right now. They haven't gotten by him yet, but they have reeled him in.
Oh, yeah.
He might be taking care of him a little bit right now, too. He might be backing off a tad. We saw him do that earlier.
Well, I know his dad, Tom, is watching, or, well, he was. I'm not sure if he's still there or not, but he's got to be awful proud of his son. I mean, man, I know I would be. I would be very, very proud of my son. Down to 0.3 of a second lead. Gidman, Joe Roberts right there. Chris Grosso, 5th place, hanging on. Yeah, Brandon's he's just not losing any time or gaining, you know, not pulling away. So there he just lost about 1/10 to Keith Mayato. But it took about how many laps? So about the last 4 or 5 laps to gain that 1/10 on Brander.
That's why I say he's doing a good job of keeping them behind him. They've caught up, but they haven't gotten by. So catching them is one thing, getting by them is another.
That's right. Got that right. Joe Roberts to the inside of Galen Gidman for 3rd place, and he gets it. This is about where we start seeing Joe Roberts shine. When we get down to about the 30 to go mark, this is where we see, you know, the longer the run, it seems like the better he gets and the worse everybody else gets, as he's all about saving his tires. We'll keep an eye on Joe as the race goes on. Let's go back in the field here and check on Joe Mitchell, 14th. As we've seen, Lupe Gonzalez must have slipped or something there. He's went back to 12th.
Everyone will see green flag pit stops. We Brander blinking a little bit out there.
Dean Viney, last one on the lead lap right now, and is almost 20 seconds behind. Don Williams. Oh, he just towed to pit road, or come to pit road, I guess it was. There he goes. Wow, that was a quick pit stop by him. Well, the laps are winding down, and we're coming to 30 to go here in a couple minutes, and I think we're going to start seeing more and more guys come to pit road. Stephen Pearson's coming to pit road right now. This will be his final pit stop of the day. This is about the mark. I figured, we would get like close to that 30 to go mark, because 30 seems to be about the magic number. 30 to 35 on the tires, and after that, the tires are pretty shot.
You got that right.
So 4-tire change for Stephen Pearson. Waiting to see if Brander comes in next. Not this time around. All part of the same team out there, the RPM team. A lot of drivers out of the race. Right now we've got 30 drivers left in the race out of 42 that started. That's a lot. We lost a lot of drivers tonight.
Yep. It's a long race. That's what long races do.
Yep.
It's in the herd. Yep.
It's in the herd.
At least there weren't a ton of cautions tonight. We've only had 4, so
yeah.
At least it was, thinned out on its own. We did have a lot of guys get collected in accidents tonight, though, when we did have some cautions. A lot of guys that were just innocent bystanders that got caught up and stuff.
Yeah, I think all these front 4 right now are just, they're actually just kind of content riding where they're at until they get this last pit stop out of the way. I'm just kind of curious as to when that's going to be, if there's going to be communication out there on the track, letting each other know, hey, I'm coming to pit road, because they're running so close to one another right now. They're going to have to communicate that. You can't
Yep, I highly recommend it.
Yeah. You can't just let off the gas right midstream, because you're going to get run over. Keith Mayato's right there. I mean, he's only 0.2 of a second. That's not enough time to react. You highly recommend it, huh?
Yeah, after what I pulled last night.
Yeah, it's funny now, but at the time I know you were pretty upset at yourself. But
yep. Nobody's fault but my own, though. It was just a boneheaded move I did. I don't know. I didn't make the right decision.
Bonehead?
Pretty much. And then I recovered from it and then was net coated later in the race. Yeah, I was pretty ticked off at that point. And then all the cautions on top of it, and the opening race being a fiasco like it was. I wasn't real happy with it when it was all said and done. We're going to get it cleaned up.
Joe Roberts is keeping the pressure on Keith Mayato. I'm telling you, he is right there. If Keith even bobbles the least little bit, Joe's going to be right all over him. I noticed Galen Gidman's kind of backed off quite a little bit now. I'm just wondering, it looks like, he is. Galen Gidman's coming to pit road. So we are seeing the leaders now starting to make that effort to come to pit road. We're inside the 30 to go.
Imagine Branner be coming soon.
Yep.
Here comes Joe Roberts. He's trying to get underneath Maito here and grab this spot.
And he's keeping it down low, and I think he's kind of protecting that, maybe to keep Mayato, maybe to have to stay out there. Maybe I don't know.
Caution somewhere.
Oh, we have a caution.
Changes it all. Yeah, boy, that's gonna kill Galen Gidman. That just ended his chances of winning.
Let's see if we can.
Actually, no, because it happened so quickly. Galen will be able to stay out here and maintain his position. He didn't go a lap down, did he?
No. Nobody's on the... I don't know where the caution was. Did you see where it was?
No, I didn't see it.
Because when I tried to go to it, and it just goes to Galen Gidman, and I know it wasn't him. I don't know where the caution was, folks.
Ghost caution.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even see anybody that may have gotten wrecked. There's Dean Viney. Wonder maybe if it was him. Way down Adams. I really don't know where the caution was.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything either. I'm looking around, went back a couple of laps.
Yep.
Not seeing anything.
Here comes the leaders to pit road. Now, those guys that just pitted, Galen, obviously, he's going to stay out. He's not going to come to pit road.
Yeah. It worked out because it was only, what do you have, a lap on his tires, if that? I think he was just coming off pit road when the caution came out, so he might even have fresh tires. So it's going to be perfect for him.
Yep. Yeah, the caution actually flew as he was dropping down to take off.
Yeah, he got lucky.
Yeah, he did. And just made it out ahead of all the other cars and stayed on the lead lap. So that is going to put him in the lead. So, boy, this could be interesting now. Ross Cato stays out. I'm surprised he didn't come to pit road.
Been a very interesting race tonight.
Keith Mayato got out first. Joe Roberts second. Brander got out third. Keith Haney, Ivan Jones, Chris Grosso. Boy, Ivan Jones is really coming up through the field. David Howard Jr. and Randy McCanney. These guys, that's your top 10 right there restarting. So, well, let's, how about we talk to Galen Gidman? I know you like to talk to the leaders, but I wanted to talk to him about his choices there. Galen Gidman, you got a copy.
So pretty.
Well, you couldn't ask for that to fall any more perfect, brother. Man, I'm telling you, you barely got off pit road when that caution flew. Man, just stopping about one lap sooner than that when that caution flew. We still don't know where the caution was. Did anybody tell where it was?
I don't know, Rudy. Yeah. I didn't see it.
Yeah, we couldn't pick it up. I don't know where it went or who brought it out. But, okay, now you're starting ahead of these guys that have been fast back here. Keith Mayato, Thomas Brander, Joe Roberts. Can you stay ahead of them? You're going to probably have about 25 to go.
I mean, we can try really hard. I don't know. Thomas has been getting better over the race, early in the race. He was really good in 3 and 4, but I had something figured out 1 and 2 that he didn't, and he got him behind Seth Hatchell and learned whatever it was he was missing. So he's good all over the track now, and Joe's gotten really good too. So, and then I don't have no idea where Keith came from. I haven't seen him all race, and he's up here, faster than faster than anybody. So,
yep.
Well, it shouldn't surprise me. Keith's a really, really good driver. Is what I'm learning. I don't know. I can try. But
he runs over GAC, and Scott and I we've watched him race before, and he is a really good driver, isn't he, Scott? Scott? I guess he's not there, but he is a really good driver. But just keep doing what you're doing. That's all I can tell you, Galen. I mean, no matter what, you're still going to stay on top of the points as long as you keep that thing on the podium here tonight. That's really got to be your main goal, to just try to stay ahead in that points, right?
It probably should be. My main goal is to kind of win because I've got that win. As long as I'm in, a reasonable points position with the win, I'll be in the chase. So I'd love to win again, but I don't know. California's always been a place I've liked, but I'm always off at 10th here. Even to some. I even have teammates that I'm usually, a 10th better than that outrun me here. So there's just something I'm always missing here. But I can try. See.
All right, brother. Well, good luck out there, Galen.
Good luck, Galen.
Thanks, Scott.
Well, he's going to give it his best shot, and I'm sure he will. Let's see, and that was caution number 5. Yep, caution number 5. We've had 16 lead changes, folks. That's pretty healthy amount of caution or lead changes for this track.
24 laps to go to finish this thing. You might get another caution or two before this thing's over. I thought they'd finish it up under green, but didn't happen.
Well, the good thing is everybody's got new tires out here now, but we've got 24 drivers on the lead lap. So there's going to be 24 guys right there that are going to be bidding for this win, and it could get rough. We'll get him going one more time. One more time, Scott.
Ready. Buckle up, everybody. This might get a little crazy.
Yep.
Pace car pulls off. Wait.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And the green flag is out. And we are racing again, maybe for the final time here at Auto Club. 24 laps to go here for Somo.
Maybe, knock on wood, huh? I know my back is killing me. This is too long for me. Joe Roberts. Oh, man, that was close. My auto, boy, he is sticking it in there, but he cannot get a run on Ross Cato. Cato comes down to protect that position. Joe Roberts kind of getting stuck up on that high side. Here comes Brander to the bottom, trying to use a little draft off of my auto. And I'll tell you what, Chris Grosso, I'll never count him out. Chris knows his way to victory lane. Look him sticking. He's sticking it right in there and about to go 3 wide. Brander.
Whoa.
Wow.
Getting dicey.
What was that? Holy smokes, I'm telling you. These guys are racing hard right now.
Galen Gibbons letting this in his rear view. Thomas Brander getting caught up in all this traffic here, having to battle through these guys.
Yep.
You guys led the most laps and stuck back there in fourth and fifth.
Brander off the pace.
He's coming back up. He's managed to stay good.
Oh, my word. How did he save that?
He lost some spots, but he's still good. That's going to haunt him, though. That's going to cost him the race.
Well, I'll tell you what. A lot of guys barely missed him.
Wow.
Randy McCanny did a heck of a job right there dodging that one. That was crazy good right there. I mean, good racing. I meant good way to save the car, but man.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Unfortunate for him now. He's way back in 9th place. Gidman just loving this right now. Them guys getting awful racy behind him, and that's giving him a chance to pull away.
Good news from Chicago Hawks fans. 2-1 Hawks.
Randy McCanny off the pace. Can't even catch up with him. He saved it, though. These guys are really pushing the limits right now, man. They're pushing these cars harder than they have all race.
That's the end of the race, man. They got to.
Yep. If you've got anything saved back, if you know, if your car's not damaged, it's time to go. And they are closing in on Gidman. Gidman was good right out there with them new tires. He was good for a little while. And Cato now. Wow, man, these guys are getting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Roberts just bounced off the wall there. Cato was lucky he didn't get run over by Maito there. Chris Grosso, look at this, man. Just kind of been hanging around the top 5 all night long. Here he is at the end of the race. He could be a big player at the end of this thing before it's over.
Maito taking a run. Got a run on Ross Cato.
He got him.
Yep, he's got him in turn 1. Good job by Keith Maito. Yeah, you're right. Chris Grosso, man. I told you, man. That guy, he's, you know, he's good enough to almost be classified as alien in my book because I've seen him do some great things in these cars. Man, he's a good racer all the way around. He's in good competition up there right now. He's got some tough guys ahead of him. Brander all over the back of David Howard Jr. Going to try to pass him on the outside here.
Again, 17 to go next time by.
And he's going to, boy, barely misses the wall there. He got a pretty good run on David Howard Jr. on the outside. And David's another one. He's not just going to let let Thomas Brander get that position. I can guarantee it. Brander's going to have to earn that one. And I'm sure he's got them tires cooled off by now after that ride out across the grass, but still, man, he's got to be tiptoeing right now. Ivan Jones, 9th place. And what's that, 26 positions he's picked? Does that sound right? Yeah. 26 positions he's picked up since the beginning of the race.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
Biggest mover of the race. Well, actually, no, he isn't. James Haney, who started 42nd, running 13th. He's picked up 29 spots.
Yep. That's a good run for James Haney.
Yeah. Hell of a run. Started dead last.
Yep.
Working 13th right now.
And look at the guy he's got right on his tail, Chris Samard. Chris Samard, another good racer. All these guys are good racers out here, man. That's what I'm saying. He's got like the cream of the crop in here racing right now. These guys are, man, they're all freaking good racers. Gidman and Mayato. Mayato within 0.3 of a second. Let's just hope Gidman, for 15 more laps, Gidman's got to stay ahead of Mayato to come out of here with the win. Even if he doesn't get the win, a second place is still pretty good. It should maintain his points well. Point lead.
Hey, he's blinking as he gets close to the line there. He doesn't want to get clock smashed. Or it doesn't count his lap.
Right. Cato, Joe Roberts, still 3rd and 4th. Brander with some company here. Keith Haney on his tail.
Gidman big time loose out of the corner that time, and Maito is basically all over the rear of him now. Did a good job of holding on to it there as it almost come out from underneath him, but he's going to be pounced on here.
Well, I hope if Keith's in the podium, I hope he does come into TeamSpeak so we can interview him. He's never been one to be in TeamSpeak. I don't think I've maybe talked to him once in all the races that I ever streamed that he was in. I think I've only ever talked to him once. I think that was when I asked him his name. I said it, and he said it was Mayato. I said, okay. Mayato. Cato holding him back. Looks like
Galen.
Chris Grosso's working over Joe Roberts now.
Galen not giving it up.
Nope. No, he's going to make Mayato earn it. There ain't no doubt. And Mayato really loose coming out of turn 2. Wow. That car was almost sideways. Did you see that?
Yeah, he did a good job of saving it, too.
Yes.
They're driving it for everything they can right now. Driving it like they stole it.
I haven't seen Gidman get as loose as he was earlier, but they're in the next 10 laps is going to mean a lot right here to see how much a handling of that car is going to go away. They pass up, I think that was Aaron Riley. Aaron Riley running in 37th.
Maito using up all the track.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Roberts following back there.
Yep, David Howard Jr. just went into 4th. Brander
Here comes
5th.
Brander. Yep.
They got around Joe Roberts. Chris Grosso slipped there, and he's going to go backward. Brander cutting the nose of that car right off. Wow, a little drafting help there by Chris Grosso. And Brander blinking a little. Ooh, man, that's not good. He still hasn't got that figured out. There's something amiss there. He's got a bad modem or something, I think, is what the problem is. Brander actually gets away from Grosso now, and there's a glitch. I'm seeing a glitch right now on Thomas Brander. The hood's missing.
Oh, here we go. Maito looking to the outside. Thought better of it.
10 to go. Can Gidman hold him off for 10 more laps? You know what? I'm going to say probably not, but I hope he does, because my auto's just been that much faster. But he's been slipping a lot, and he's burning that right rear right off of that car right now, trying to keep up with Gidman.
He's trying to look for a way around him right now.
Yeah, he needs to try a higher line or something there to keep from burning up what tires he does have left on that car. If he's going to have anything to try that, that last ditch effort. They got 9 laps to do it in. David Howard, 3rd place. Ross Cato got back around, Thomas Brandner, and now Brandner's car's got the hood back on it.
It's fixed.
Yep.
He's coming too.
Well, there's so many glitches in iRacing. People don't understand it. There's so many glitches, graphical glitches, and things like that. I've seen cars go around and be totally destroyed on one lap, and the next lap there's not a lick of damage on it. So
these guys are slowly reeling in these 2 leaders here. So.
Yeah, they are. It's going to wind up to be about a 5-car battle, or maybe 6-car battle here at the very end of this.
There goes Maito. He's making the move right now on Galen Gidman. Gidman trying to pinch him down there. Did a good job, too. He's going to hold on to that lead.
Yeah. But can he do that for 7 more laps?
He did it there. That's all that matters right now.
Yes, sir. He's got to do that every single time my auto takes a look on the inside. He's got to keep him pinched. If there's any chance, and we just hope those 2 don't get together. If they get together, boy, that's going to put David Howard Jr. right in victory lane.
Yep.
As long as he ain't caught up in it, I should say.
These 3 guys are slowly reeling them in here. Don't count any 5 of these guys out of winning this race.
Nope. And I'm not even going to count out Keith Haney, because Keith Haney's still battling right here. If he can get clear of Joe, which he just now did, he's going to start closing up on Chris Grosso, no doubt. He could be looking at a top 5 here, possibly.
Coming to 6 to go.
My auto right on Galen Gidman's bumper, trying to make him loose. Coming to 6 to go. Gidman, boy, his heart's got to be pounding 100 miles an hour right now.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Oh, man, I'll bet you he's got sweaty palms.
There he goes again.
Yep. Gidman, keep him pinched. Keep him down there. I don't think it's going to work that time. My auto got to, maybe.
I think he'll get the run off the corner here.
He did. Wow, look at that. He's got to do that every single lap. And, boy, when they're racing like that, David Howard Jr. is closing that gap. It's going to be a 3-car battle here in the next 5 laps, I'm telling you, all the way to the end. Wouldn't it be something if David Howard come in there and stole that win away from both of them? You know,
he's getting closer.
David,
it's becoming.
He's a good tire saver.
Yeah, and it's becoming a possibility right now. Here he is. He's on the scene, and he's bringing other guys with him. Ross Cato and Thomas Brandner are slowly reeling these guys in as well. This is the strongest I've seen Ross run in a long time. Hell of a run tonight by the 12.
Yes, I agree 100%. He's been up here all night long racing with these guys.
Good to see that.
Yep, even led a couple
Here
laps.
goes David Howard. So, excuse me, coming through. Aito was surprised by that move, but David Howard.
Oh,
little side-by-side action.
Close racing. Boy, Howard pushed him right up the hill. He made him have to get that run off of the turn. Testing the waters.
Outside line is king.
Yep, he's testing the waters
Here
right
comes.
now.
Oh, door got closed. Maito had to get out of it. Phone's ringing.
Sorry about that. No, I thought I had my phone, all the sound shut off on it, but I guess I didn't.
Here comes David Howard trying to make that move again.
He's going to clear him this time. Yep. My auto just swung up the hill just a little too far. And I think Keith has just probably used up everything he's had out here. You're kidding. No way.
Galen Gidman wins it.
Oh, my word.
Right on cue.
Let's go back and take a look at this. Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me. Those two get together. They were racing so hard and so good together. David Howard looks to the inside, down the backstretch. He makes the pass complete. Now here's where Keith Mayato comes back. He kind of backed out in a turn to get a good run coming off. David Howard got into the wall, and that's what set it off right there.
Man, just hard racing, man. That's what you got to do when you're racing that hard. Is,
man, but
you do?
That's a tough break. Ross Cato will come home second, and Thomas Brandner third. Wow.
Galen Gidman is your winner tonight. Yep. He held on.
We hate to see it finish that way, but we always do seem to, it comes down to the bitter end like that, where there's got to be a caution, and it ends under caution.
I'll take second place. You handle the others.
10-4. Got it.
Starting with the winner, or you're starting with third?
I'll start with third. We'll get Brandner up here. Let me get him up here. And as soon as it's official, we'll start talking to these guys. Let's see. Boy, they're all 3 RPM guys, too. Wow, look at this. Holy smokes, I can't believe this. Well, I can. I'm just... we have Ross Cato, and then we'll get Galen up here, too. Because it's pretty much going to be over now, but we're just going to wait for it to be official, guys. I don't want to start interviewing.
The white flag.
Yeah, I don't want to start interviewing somebody. We've been down that road before, ain't we, Scott?
Yeah.
Don't want to go down that road again.
Night. Interview a guy, thought it won the race. About halfway through the interview, found out he'd been black flagged, and boy, the whole interview changed.
Yeah. Like,
got awkward quickly. He wasn't happy either. I can't remember who that was, but he wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
He had some comments.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Stephen Hollingsworth.
That sounds about right.
I think that's who it was.
Yeah, I think it was at Michigan, wasn't it? Yeah.
That I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was a track at Michigan. I remember that. You were talking to him, and it was like, well, he wasn't even the winner. Whoopsie.
It was the night me and Ed in the race, because you, I think you had something going on, had to go to the doctor. Your wife had to go to the doctor.
Could be.
Well, here we come, coming to the checkered flag, and it will be Galen Gidman, your winner tonight.
White flag.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the last one was a white flag. My bad.
One more lap to go, and it'll be official. Yeah, they're not going to get back under green, so Galen Gidman will win it. Ross Cato second, Thomas Brandner third, Keith Haney fourth, and Chris Grosso rounds out the top 5 here, folks. One heck of a race there, one heck of a finish.
Yeah, it was. It was a good race. Good call.
I feel bad for them guys, though. You know, I mean, getting together like that after having such a good run and racing each other so hard.
David Howard being a late player there, getting up there towards the end, would have had a shot to win this thing, but didn't get a chance to get back up there.
Yeah, he's on pit road, and let's see, where the heck is Keith Mayato is going to finish back in about 12th. Dang, that's a bummer.
That's racing, dude.
Yeah, it is, but man, that's a bummer, man. It was just such hard racing there by all them guys, though. Pretty amazing, though, man, after 145 laps, and Galen's going to come out of here with the most laps led tonight with 52. Barely edging out Thomas Brandner. Brandner had 50. Wow.
That's pretty close battle there for that extra point.
Yes, sir. One extra point for Gidman. That's just going to help in the point spread.
Checker flag.
All right, well,
Galen's
congrats.
Smiling right now, Rudy.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's probably wringing the sweat off the towel that he was wiping his face with because, man, I'll tell you what, he had to have been wringing wet with sweat on that very end. But we'll talk to him in a minute. Let's get a word in with third place. Thomas Brandner, you got a copy. Thomas?
Yeah, 10-4. Go ahead, man.
Well, Thomas, we seen you out there running so good for the longest time, and then what happened, brother? Can you tell us what happened?
Man, I felt good. The car was good. The track was, it was coming to me the whole race. It just kept getting slicker and slicker. I I thought we had a good pitch strategy to begin with, me and Galen. And then that caution came out. It kind of cycled us back, but we got back to the front, took the lead. And then I had that last pit stop there. I didn't have the best pit stop, and kind of put us behind. And on that restart, me and it looked like Joe there kind of came down the track, and I was a little bit on the inside of him, and he kind of pushed me through the grass, and that kind of took our chances of winning away. But what a great run! What a great car! It was fun.
It looked like a lot of fun out there. Well, we seen that spin out across the grass. Tell us what happened there, Thomas.
Yeah, we came off a 4, and I had a pretty good run. Them guys were racing in front of me, and got up under Joe, and I took it down to the white line on the straightaway, and I think he might have thought I was going all the way down to that apron, and he just kind of got in the right door, and it just sent me off into the grass. And I got to say that's probably one of I got to put that save in my top 5 list there, to be able to go flying through there, come back up on the track, keep it straight, and keep digging and get back up there. And I think we went back to 9th and passed 6 more cars to get 3rd. So that was pretty impressive. I'm ready to go back and watch that, man. I got to say that's probably one of my best saves ever.
Well, I'll tell you what, old Randy McCanny, I think, had to go change his shorts after that one, because you were coming up on there with full bore, and he was like, he was clear up against the wall. He had nowhere to go. But he slipped by you on the outside barely. But yeah, that had to have been the save of the race right there, no doubt. So we've seen a few other good ones, but that was probably the top one. So, well, congratulations on your 3rd place finisher, Thomas. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, and one thing I want to go off of that, people think you're teammates, and you guys, you give and take to each other. I want people to know this team here, we're so competitive. That just shows you how tight we race, especially when it comes to the end. They're not my teammates anymore, and I'm sure they'd say the same thing. But great job for this whole team again tonight. Great run by Galen. Ross coming home 2nd. We took the top 3. Joe had another strong run, so I'm proud of all of them guys. This league here, I think everybody, man, did an amazing job tonight. What a great race. It was fun, long green runs, pit stops. That's the type of racing we came over here to be a part of, and tonight was a lot of fun. So great job by this whole league, Paul, everybody that puts this on, our sponsors, and you guys up in the booth, man. Last but not least, my father, he's always watching, so I can't thank everybody enough.
Yes, sir, and he was in chat. We said hello to him. He said hello back. So, yeah, well, go celebrate that 3rd place finish. Well-deserved. That should help you jump up. You picked up 13 places last week with that win, and this should help you maybe even pick up maybe a couple more positions. But congrats on 3rd, and we'll talk to you next week, Thomas.
All right, guys, man. We'll see you next week.
All right. Scott?
Yes, sir. Ross Cato, you got a copy?
Loud and clear.
Hey, Ross, you started 7th night, man. You brought it home 2nd. You pretty much ran up front all night long. How you feeling about this finish tonight, man? You're having a heck of a season, and this is a great finish here tonight to add to that.
Yeah, this was a very fun race, a phenomenal race. It had a little bit of everything. It had some pit strategy, it had long green flag runs, and it was just a blast to just, chase down guys and take note of their different, I guess, just little quirks and how they would get into the corner, get out of the corner. And the restarts are pretty fun. I didn't miss my pit box for once, so that was fun. Really proud of RPM getting this 1, 2, 3.
Well, it was definitely a good points night for you. You come in tonight 5th in the points. You've been having a great season, as I stated. You finished 5th last week. This is just going to add to that. Unfortunately, the guy that's leading the points won the race, so you're not going to gain on the leader. But you guys still got a long way to go. So how you feeling about your chance to win this championship and make the chase at the end of the season?
Well, I'm encouraged that I've been running very strong in this league. Not the league, this particular series, but also this league. I had a strong truck Tuesday night. Power went out because of the storm, but oh well. Got the win last night in the Xfinity race and run 2nd this race tonight. So I'm really encouraged by the speed that I've been showing and that our team's been showing this season.
Well, it's definitely good to see you back up front. It's been a while since me and Rudy had seen you up front, and here lately you've been running back up front. So I'm assuming we're probably going to see more of you up here, huh?
Yeah, hopefully I can start clicking off some wins in the Cup Series. Like I said, I know I have some speed, and I know I can perform and hopefully put on a good show for you guys. And like I said, I'm just really proud of this team.
How you feeling about Martinsville next week?
Martinsville is fun. It's kind of like Martinsville's kind of like math for me. I like doing it. I'm just not that good at it. I really like Martinsville. I'm just not the best driver at Martinsville. So we'll see. I think I can get a decent finish with top 10 there.
All right, buddy. We got anybody you want to thank tonight for this second place finish here at Auto Club?
I want to thank Somo. This is a great league to be in. Great group of guys. And I want to thank MaxSpeedTV. You guys always put in a good quality, good camera work, and good commentary. And I want to thank RPM, all these guys that I race with. That was a great teammate battle I had with Brandner, and it was just so cool to race wheel to wheel with him, and he raced me very cleanly, and it's just a great group to be with.
Well, very cool, Ross. Well, congratulations on your second place finish tonight, and I wish you luck the rest of the season, man. Good luck at Martinsville next week.
Thanks. Oh, and congrats to Galen for the win.
Right on, buddy.
Thanks,
Ready?
man.
All right, Galen Goodman, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, you did it, brother. Tell us just how much you were sweating about them last 20 laps, because you had to been just, man, with my auto right on your tail. Tell us about that.
It's really hard to be the car that's slower and have faster guys, try to pass you. I mean, it's just hard to hold off faster cars. But definitely Keith was throughout that run, I think, and Howard right at the end came from I don't even know where, and I just look up and all of a sudden he was there. It probably should have been really one of their wins. I got the wall, and that got Keith checked up, and probably should have been his win or Howard's win. But I feel bad about that. But I've also lost him that way too,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I definitely didn't mean to do it. I mean, it didn't help me any to get in the wall. I was about to lose the race. It worked out. I don't know. We'll look back at this one and say we probably stole one, but you've seen me. I've lost a bunch of races.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have. So it's I don't know. It's probably about time to steal one.
There you go. That's a good attitude to have, because it does. What goes around comes around, and you have a bad race this time, you make up for it the next time. And that's what we've seen tonight. Well, my auto was putting the pressure on you. He took 2 or 3 times there. He took a look on the inside of you and tried to make that run, and we've seen you kind of keeping him pinched down there, doing just exactly what you needed to do and get that run off of the turn. And I don't know, were you subconsciously not really realizing that you were keeping him pinched down, or were you doing that on purpose?
I may watch the broadcast to find out I was keeping him more pinched than I thought I was, but I mean, you have to. It's your only shot. If
Right.
you give him the racetrack, he's just going to pass you. So, I mean, sure, I know I was pinching. I think what surprised...
You gave him plenty of room, don't get me wrong. I mean, there was a good car and a half width there, but what I was saying was that, he had to be almost right down on the line. And that what you can't get that run off of the turn if you're down there like that, and it was working out great for you.
Yeah, that's what kind of surprised me about what he would do. He would either enter really, really easy behind me, and I would gain speed on him, or he took a few stabs from way, way back into the corner. I was surprised he never drove the corner just a little bit harder than I did. He was either easier or way, way, way harder. It was fun racing though, man. Every trick I know, every trick that's ever been pulled on me, I was trying it all, and it wasn't going to be enough because in that one lap I'd gotten really, really tight. I think I'd got my right front clipped, but I don't know, worked out.
Well, we've seen him slip and sliding a little bit too. So everybody out there, I think those closing laps were driving probably faster than they had all race long, no doubt. They were putting more into the car, more into the wheel than they had. And but you kept it out ahead of them, and that was what was more important. And I bet you when you seen that caution fly at the end, that you probably breathed a big sigh of relief because you were glad that it was over. You were in victory lane.
Yeah, I guess I did. It was kind of a weird sequence of events, all in a matter of a few seconds. I go from having the lead and feeling good about, my chance to keep racing them, and then I see them and I hit the wall, and I think I'm going to lose it. And then I hit the wall and I think I'm going to lose it. And all of a sudden they both crash and the race is over and I've won. So it was kind of it was kind of a weird little thing. And then to boot, I look up and I see that my teammates finished second and third, so that was even better.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Well, great day for RPM. Congratulations to you on your win, Galen, and you got to give your thank yous out. I know you got a bunch of them.
Yeah, you know me. I want to thank Somo. They made some really smart rules changes, I think, with the weather and time of day we had, and worked on some EOF rules we've been having that made this race just much better. All in all, it was a pretty good race. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. I always appreciate it when MaxSpeedTV does a race I get to do. And then RPM. And I'm tired, so I'm not going to go through all those guys because I'll probably forget one anyway. But I want to thank RPM. They know who they are. You know who they are.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, congrats on your win. Go celebrate that, my friend. And we'll see you back here next week.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, Scott, let's run down through the results.
Sounds good.
Galen Goodman coming home with the win here tonight. Ross Cato finishing second. Thomas Brandner third. Keith Haney fourth. Chris Grosso fifth. Joe Roberts sixth. Ivan Jones seventh. Eddie McCrae eighth. Don Williams ninth. And Jeff Sharp. That'll round out your top 10. Scott?
Chris Samard finished 11th. Keith Maedo, he had a strong run. Unfortunately, got in that accident at the end. Finishes 12th. Lupe Gonzalez 13th. Stephen Pearson 14th. James Haney, who started 42nd. Finishes 15th. What a run. Brad Hicks finishes 16th. Joe Mitchell 17th. Randy McCanney 18th. Mark McFadden 19th. And Bob Skinner rounds out the top 20.
Jim Locking 21st. Dean Biney 22nd. Shane Papala 23rd. Kurt Davidson 24th. Joe Owen 25th. Paul Zoda 26th. David Gainforth 27th. David Howard Jr., boy, get caught up there with he was bidding for the win here tonight, and I think he was going to be a contender with that, Scott. It was going to come down to the three of them bidding for the win, and it was going to get interesting. But he finishes 28th. Adam Baker 29th. Daniel Haney 30th. Scott?
Seth Ashel finishes 31st. Lynn McNeese 32nd. John Estes 33rd. Paul Buzz Cohen 34th. Aaron Riley 35th. Stephen Burnett 36th. Shane Billings 37th. Justin Kern 38th. Sean Lejeune 39th. Jay Dubuque 40th. Stephen Parks 41st. And Jeff Glockner 42nd.
All right. Well, again, congratulations to our winner here tonight, Galen Goodman. And thanks for watching tonight, folks, on MaxSpeedTV. And big congratulations to Galen there and all the people here at Somo. Great race tonight. Not very many cautions. I think they only had, seven cautions, I think. That's all they had. A lot of lead changes, and for 145 laps, they did great. All right, folks. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time right here on MaxSpeedTV. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Do more and stay active with O2 Dermalief, the ache and pain relief gel like no other. No smell, no tingling sensation, and no greasy feel. O2 Dermalief is a natural pain relief for everyday aches, pains, bumps, and bruises. Oxygen is the secret. It's the natural way to relieve and revitalize. Your joints, muscles, and skin need oxygen to thrive, and O2 Dermalief delivers a rich supply of molecular oxygen in a new, state-of-the-art formula. Every day we hear new stories of pain relief from satisfied customers. Shouldn't you try O2 Dermalief too? Score a $5 discount on your purchase of O2 Dermalief. Visit O2Dermalief.com and use promo code SOMO999. That's the letter O, the number 2, Dermalief.com, and enter SOMO999 to get your $5 discount.